Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again. It's Matchday Live, Continental Cup, the last trophy realistically that Arsenal women can win this season, as we did last season, as you can see behind me there. This is going to be a very, very big, important game, isn't it? It's London City Lionesses versus the Arsenal women coming up straight after this. So it is Matchday Live, of course. It is the Arsenal women versus the London City Lionesses quarter-final. And, of course, as we know, it does open up the draw a little bit for us, doesn't it? Because if we win this game, we play Aston Villa in the semi-final at home. So we've got a great chance, haven't we, of going through to the semi-final. Maybe getting to the final again, of course, where we had that great success last season. So, yeah. It is going to be a rather good game, I'm sure you will agree. But before we get started, excuse me, that noise there. We need to get rid of that music, don't we? Because it's quite annoying. That's just the FA player there. I'm going to turn the volume down of that because we don't need it, do we? So what about the team news then? Shall we have a little look at how Jonas has picked his team for tonight following 2 defeats in a row? So this is our Arsenal line-up then. There are some changes. It is Manu Zinsberger is back in goal. Back for Katie McCabe, looks like she's going to be at right back. Lots of Ruben Moy, Leah Cadena and Steph Catley. In midfield, Kim Little is back to captain the side. Leah Volti and Vicky Palova retain their place. And in the front three, there are some changes. Chloe Lacasse comes in. Caitlin Ford remains. And, of course, Stina Blackstenius, a hat-trick in the last round against Reading. She is back in the starting lineup tonight. On the bench then, the 2 goalkeepers, Sabrina D'Angelo and Sarah Bugardi, Leah Williamson, Kyra Cooney-Cross, Frida Marnham, Beth Mead, Alessia Russo, and the 2 youngsters, Vivienne Lee and Vicky Earle as well. So that is your team then for the Arsenal. For London City Lionesses, and they've actually got 2 former Arsenal players in their lineup, of course, Emma McCandy and Danielle Carter are both in the London Lionesses team for this game tonight. So interesting to see them again, isn't it? Playing against us this time as opposed to for us, as we've seen them before. Tal says, an interesting lineup, concerned about Viv and Amanda missing. Vicky and Stina should be a good combo. Go Gunners. Yeah, I mean, Viv's injured, of course, and Amanda's got an illness that caused her to miss the game the other day. So yeah, that's going to be what we are with that one. Lee says, yeah, he's giving us £2 super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. He says, hi, Rich, great to see Stina starting. Indeed, it is. It is great to see Stina starting. Now, my concern slightly is she could score another hat-trick tonight. And would it mean that she's going to play at the weekend against Manchester United? My guess is probably not. But anyway, I'm glad she's starting, and I'm sure she's going to be amongst the goals, as we hope she is. Hadders, what was I doing? He says, for sure, Jonas out, Wilshere in, or bring back Joe Montemurro. I don't think Joe Montemurro is coming back. I'm not sure about Jack Wilshere, whether or not he'd be the right person to take the Arsenal women's team forward, but we shall see. Gunnar Downs with us, as always. There, my friend. He says, hi, all. I've been ill last few days. I'll take it easy, mate. I hope you're feeling a bit better. He said, I can't make the match. Hope to keep an eye on the score. Come on, you girls. Indeed. Charlie says it's just a podcast. It's not just a podcast as such. We'll give you full match commentary, so you'll be able to keep an eye on what's happening in the game if you can't watch it. Greg says, thought Jonas said he was going to play his strongest side, still playing cup side and league side. Well, I mean, maybe this is his strongest side. After all, this is a side that hasn't lost a game this season yet. So maybe this is his strongest side. Maybe the league side is not the strongest one, which would be an argument to be had, wouldn't it? Somewhere along the line. Why isn't he playing his strongest team in the league? But anyway, I don't think he knows what his strongest team is, if I'm totally honest. I mean, how can you keep your top scorer on the bench every single game? I know she's playing tonight, Stina, and that's great. But in the WSL games, why does he keep her on the bench, start her on the bench every game? We must be the only team in the league that's got our top scorer on the bench in the WSL. And I guarantee she'll be on the bench on Saturday against Manchester United, regardless of how well she plays tonight, how many goals she might possibly score. I don't know what's going on with all of that. But anyway, I'm glad she's starting, and we need to enjoy the fact that she's playing. But yeah, does he know, Greg? Does he know what his best 11 is? Because I'm not sure if he does, because it doesn't seem as though he does it, when you look at the changes that he seems to constantly make to the team. And he does seem to have a League 11 and a Cup 11. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it all. We'll be here on Friday for the Arsenal Women's Show. So we are going to discuss, obviously, the recent defeats. We're going to have a discussion about Jonas as well. Is Jonas the right man to take his club forward now? Or do we feel that maybe he's starting to show his flaws, and maybe we're going to be needing someone else to take us forward going into the new season next year? So that's going to be up for discussion, of course, on Friday. We're going to look ahead, of course, to the Manchester United game as well. Massive, massive game that is. And hopefully we'll have a semi-final of the Continental Cup to look forward to. Because we're going to win this game tonight, aren't we? Of course we are. We know we are. Andy says Jonas should be fired. He's not using our very, very talented squad properly. Watching from Nairobi. Oh, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. And hope it's good for you there in Nairobi. And yeah, I kind of agree with you. He doesn't seem to be able to get the best out of the squad. No, he doesn't. I'm not going to argue with that at all. Whether or not he should be fired quite yet, I think while we're still in this cup competition, it's a trophy that we can win. I don't think he's going to be sacked. Should we get knocked out tonight or in the semi-final, it might well be the case, but we'll see. LG's with us, says, finally, your blind faith in Jonas has started to fold. I knew he was a fraud all along, and I called him to be sacked after the Champions League round one exit. No, a lot of people, as yourself, have kind of not been convinced by Jonas. I kind of get that. I do. And yes, I've been trying to... I like Jonas as a person. I think he's, he talks well. I think he's a nice guy. And I believed in him. I thought the first season was really good. I thought last season, the adversity that we faced, we did pretty well. But this season, there's absolutely no excuse. It's just not happening, is it? It hasn't happened. It's not working for us for whatever reason. And yeah, it needs to be maybe a change is what's needed. Absolutely. Anyway, the teams are going. Our teams are out on the pitch here at Prince's Park in Dartford, of course. Last week there was the Watchalong pitch here. It looks quite good, doesn't it? The pitch now. There's a lot of young mascots there as well joining in, which is quite good to see, isn't it? So London City Lionesses will be in light blue top with dark blue shorts and dark blue socks. Their normal kit. Arsenal, of course, in the red and white, as we would expect for this big game. Cup quarter-final London derby. What sort of London derby? I suppose Dartford's technically in Kent, isn't it? But anyway, I suppose it's a London derby, isn't it? Terry Jones said, evening, Richard, everyone in the chat. Come on, you, go the girls. Incoming stuffing tonight. Arteta out, Jonas dangling. Well, he is dangling by a thread at the moment, isn't he? Absolutely, he is. But anyway, let's wait and see what happens in tonight, first of all. LG says, it's perfectly clear that we have a manager who will never take us to the next level, just wasting our time and resources. Yeah, you might be right. You might well be right. But I believe that while we are still in this competition, particularly, and while we're still in with a chance of the league title, while we're still in with a chance of that top three, I don't think they'll sack him now. I think that maybe if they're going to sack him, it'll be at the end of the season if we haven't reached any of those targets. If we don't win the Continental Cup, if we finish outside the top three, then he'll definitely be sacked. So let's see what happens first. Greg says, got to remember, we have a lot of new players. Jonas should be given another season. We do have a lot of new players. You're absolutely right. But most of these players now have been here, for most of this season. Yes, okay. Emily Fox has come in. She's obviously going back to America now, but she's come in and she's been great. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's really a good enough excuse for me. It's not really a good enough excuse. The new players are meant to be there to improve the team, aren't they? That's what they're bought for. And most of them, you'd look at when we signed them and thought they are going to improve things, but they haven't done, have they? And you have to look at the manager and say, why hasn't he managed to get the best out of these players? Why hasn't he managed to get this team playing in the way that they should be playing with the talent that we've got? Anyway, we've just done the pre-match rituals and we get ready to kick off. It looks as though we're going to stay as we are. So Arsenal will be attacking their goal to our left in this first half. And it's going to be Arsenal to kick off. We're just doing our huddle. London City Lionesses are ready to play. Rendition says they're the new players he doesn't use. Well, some of them he doesn't use, absolutely. One of them he uses every single game, regardless, apart from tonight. Terry says, well, my eyes doing me wrong. That was Stina I'm seeing. Indeed, mate, you are seeing Stina. We're all seeing Stina. We're very happy that Stina's in the team. But as I said before, however well she does tonight, however many goals she might well score, my guess is she'll be back on the bench on Saturday, the Emirates against Man U, but we shall see. Issa says, wait, where is Fox? I think she's gone back to America, hasn't she? Well, for the Gold Cup, so I don't think she's available to play for the next few weeks. So I think that's why. But he's got to make changes to the team as well anyway. And we've got Chantel says to Andy there, what part of Nairobi? Yeah, what part of Nairobi if I'm Andy? Because obviously we've got someone else from there as well in with us. Anyway, we've kicked off, Arsenal in possession. The ball is back with Leah Cadena as she plays a square ball to Lotta Wubenmoy. I would like to have seen Leah Williamson and Leah Cadena playing together because they've not played together yet, have they? That would have been nice. But anyway, Lotta's not done anything wrong. The pitch does seem very heavy, actually. So maybe it is still suffering the effects of that rain from last week. I think the ball's going to hold up a little bit by the look of it. Anyway, Leah Volti plays it up this near side to Caitlin Fall. She's running at that Lionesses defence. All tries to thread the ball through. She gets it back. Caitlin Fall tries a shot from distance, but it's a decent save from the goalkeeper, Grace Maloney. And that first chance there went to Arsenal, probably unsurprisingly, really. It was Caitlin Fall shot from the edge of the box. Comfortable enough save, wasn't it? And that was the first chance of the game. LG says, even if we win the Conti Cup and finish in the top three, it's still not salvageable for me. We should be doing better and aiming a lot higher with arguably the best squad in the league. Yeah, and of course, that would be the same as last season, wouldn't it? There would be no progress made despite all the new players. So, yeah, I agree that wouldn't be enough. But I don't think the club will sack him if that's how the season finishes, personally. I don't think I probably would. I agree with you because that's not progress, is it? This season should have been about making progress. After how well we did last year in the Champions League, how we overcome all the problems that we had. We won a trophy. And this season was a season to build on that, wasn't it? You know, and that would have meant winning something bigger than the Continental Cup. No disrespect to the competition because we're the holders. Anyway, London City Lionesses is coming forward very early in this game on the edge of the penalty area. And they've got a little bit of space here on this near side. It's going to be a cross comes in and it's over the top of the crossbar, lands on the roof of the net. Terry says, was working in Dartford today, been raining half the day today as well. Well, yeah, I mean, the pitch does look quite heavy, but obviously it's not as bad as last week, is it? And of course, they did sack their manager, didn't they, during that kind of last week's game that should have been going ahead. They sacked their manager during that time, didn't they? Which was all strange, wasn't it? Ada says, one question is what's happening to Lacasse? Why is she no longer trusted? Well, I mean, she's trusted tonight. She's in the team, and I'm sure she's going to have a big impact because she's a great player. But yeah, why she's not playing more? Why Stina's not playing more? We just don't know, do we? These are questions that Jonas will have to answer if we don't finish the season as we hope that we might. And Arsenal coming forward again, Leah Volti, who's been brilliant actually in recent games in this new midfield role, slightly to this left-hand side. Lotta Wubenmoy with that ball out to the far side. That's a really good ball to Chloe Lacasse. We were just talking about there. She's going to have a run at Emma McCundy, but she's won a corner. Good defending actually there from the former Arsenal defender, of course, Emma Mitchell, as she was known when she played for Arsenal, the Scottish left back. And that was good defending there, but Arsenal got a corner. There's lots of Arsenal fans here. Probably more Arsenal fans in the stadium than London City Lionesses fans, unsurprisingly. It's not a long journey, is it? Just through or over the Dartford Bridge and through the tunnel to come home. Anyway, it is a corner which Steph Catley's going to take from that far side. We know how good her delivery can be. We've played 3 minutes here at Prince's Park. Good ball into the near post. It's flicked on, but over the top. It was Chloe Lacasse at the near post, flicked that on. And that didn't quite work as it could have done. I think she was trying for goal there. Maybe a flick on would have been better. Stina was coming in around the back post and might have had a chance to score. But anyway, it's a goal kick. LG says, why is Fall literally starting every single game? She hasn't earned it for me. Too inconsistent, especially in front of goal. I agree. I was quite surprised when I saw that she was starting this game as well, because she does seem to... Oh, a mistake at the back by London Lionesses. Almost let Arsenal in. The goalkeeper there, Maloney there, had to really come out quickly, but still haven't cleared the ball. Leah Volti plays it into Stina. The shot's blocked initially. It's come back to Stina inside the box. Plays it off to Caitlin Ford. And that's a poor layoff, actually. Just talking about Caitlin Ford, she just gave the ball away, but she's got a chance now on this near side. She can kick this ball in. Oh, she does just about. And that was a big chance there inside the penalty area for Stina there. The shot was blocked. She did well to win the ball back. And Arsenal still keeping the pressure on. That was almost a bad mistake at the back from the London Lionesses there. Terry says, is that Danielle Carter? It is Danielle Carter, yeah. She's playing for London Lionesses. And Emma McCundy as well, of course, as well. We just mentioned who did a good bits of defending there. Anyway, Lacasse now comes forward for Arsenal. But again, that's a poor ball, actually. And it's cleared away. And now London Lionesses, of course, used to be Millwall Lionesses, didn't they, back in the day? And there's an injury now to Chloe Lacasse, which means that the referee has stopped the game. Not quite sure what happened there, actually. But Chloe Lacasse have got a little bit of a problem, and we're going to have to stop the game. Matthew says, where is the game on TV? It is on the FA Player. If you're in England, it's on the FA Player. So you need an account to sign in, but you can watch it there if that's what you want to do. Oh, she was caught in the face there, actually, there by the Lionesses player. I think it was Izzy Groves. And I don't know whether she's got some blood there, because she was caught in the face there by a flailing arm. It was an accident. It wasn't done on purpose. They were just battling for the ball. And Chloe Lacasse has obviously come out worse on that particular incident there. And I'm assuming it's going to be a drop ball when the game gets back underway. But there's a lot of Arsenal fans around this stadium tonight, of course, as expected. And but going back to LG's point about Caitlin Ford, I was surprised she started this game. I've got to be honest, I was really surprised. But there you go. She is starting every game, it seems. You know, Russo starts most of the games, not tonight. I'm sure she'll come on, you expect later on. But it's a big night for Stina again, isn't it? But I say I'm not really sure, even if she scores a hat-trick again, because she scored a hat-trick in the last time she started. She's been on the bench in between. So I don't think it's going to matter whether Stina scores 6 goals tonight. I still don't think she'll start. My opinion is she won't start on Saturday, although she should. Greg says, finally playing Lacasse and we lose her to the Gold Cup. Yeah, I mean, that's another issue as well, isn't it? We might actually lose her now in this game because it looks like she's got some blood from her nose. She's getting patched up at the moment on the pitch. Hopefully she'll be fine to continue. But yeah, we are going to lose her as well, of course. That's the problem, isn't it, with these competitions? You know, they had obviously in the men's game, you've got the Asia Cup, you've had the African Cup of Nations, you've got this in the women's game. It's not ideal, is it, midway through the season to lose these players, but everybody knows these competitions are there. They know which players play and which ones don't. So yeah, I guess it's the way it is. But Chloe Lacasse is back on her feet again anyway, which is very, very good news. And let's hope that she's going to be okay to continue, because a rare start for her. It's nice to see her in the team, and she's getting a big round of applause there from the Arsenal fans over on that far side. As she comes over there, she's going to obviously have to come off to go back on again, and they've patched her up. Hopefully the blood has stopped, and she's got tissue coming out of her nose and everything. It's not ideal, is it? Poor Chloe Lacasse suffering a little bit here tonight, but I'm sure she's going to be fine to play on. In fact, the game has resumed. It was a drop ball to London City Lionesses. They were in possession, of course, when the game was stopped, and they're coming forward again over on that far side. But that ball's cut out well by Katie McCabe, who's then fouled over there on that far side. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Of course, Ruesha Littlejohn's not playing, which is probably just as well with Katie McCabe and Caitlin Ford in the team. Anyway, the referee has allowed Chloe Lacasse to come back on again. And we are now back up to the full complement of 11 players. Let's hope that doesn't affect Chloe too much, because I say it's good to see her in the team, isn't it? Now it's with Lotta Wuba-Moido on this near side for Arsenal. Plays a square ball to Leia Cadena, another new signing, of course, this season. That's over on that far side with Katie McCabe, but that ball was cut out, actually. Not great play there from Katie McCabe, and she has won it back, though. Now Chloe Lacasse can't get out of that little tight spot in that far corner, but Arsenal won the ball back briefly, but not for very long. A little bit scrappy play there was actually over on that far side. And still London Lionesses can't get the ball clear. It's come off Chloe Lacasse. It's going to be a throw just in line with their own penalty area over on that far side there left, which Emma McCandy's going to take. Of course, knows a lot of these Arsenal players well, doesn't she, from all her time at Arsenal. A great player. And it's good to see her still playing, still involved and doing well for London. In fact, they've got quite a lot of experience, haven't they, in their team and their squad? You know, players that have played in the WSL at various times in their career. So it's good to see them playing well. In fact, a player on the ball there, Boy Horlock there, used to play for Everton, I think, wasn't it? Anyway, and Aston Villa. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Stina inside the penalty area on that far side. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in. It's well cut out, actually, there by Paige Culver, the defender there. And Emma McCandy again gets the ball. And London City Lionesses are comfortable trying to play it from the back, aren't they? They've lost the ball once and almost conceded a goal, but they're continuing with it, aren't they? But Arsenal got the throw now on that far side. Katie McCabe finds Vicky Pelova, not been involved too much so far. We've played nearly 10 minutes, although there's going to be some stoppage time, isn't there, for the injury just a moment ago to Chloe Lacasse. A lot of movement more inside the centre circle, finds Leah Volti, and there she plays up this near side. Steph Catley gives it back to Leah Volti. And Leah Volti wanted some movement ahead of her, but she's done well, actually. And now this is a good move from Arsenal. Steph Catley again on this near side, trying to go around the outside there of the defender Fitzgerald, but London City did win the ball back, and they've got possession now. And that ball is going to go out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Lotta Woubermoy takes. It's a good throw, actually, to Vicky Palova. A little bit of space inside the midfield area for the Dutch midfielder. Plays it out to Stina, and she's got it out to Chloe Lacasse again. Stina makes her way into the box. Chloe Lacasse in possession just on the edge of the penalty area. Plays the ball back to Katie McCabe. Oh, she tried to thread the ball through there to the runner Vicky Palova, but it was cut out. And now suddenly London City Lionesses have got a counter-attack over on that far side with Boy Horlock. She needs a bit of support, really. It's not really forthcoming. It is now. It's an overlap there from Izzy Groves, and the cross is blocked. Is it from Kim Little, or did it just go straight out for a goal kick? I think it's gone straight out for a goal kick. But that was some nice play there from the Lionesses, actually. They don't look a bad side, to be fair, in possession of the ball. They look quite good, don't they? But obviously Arsenal are a much better team, but still 0-0, 11 minutes played. Can Arsenal find this breakthrough? You do feel that it's going to end up a bit similar to that game against Reading a few weeks ago, where we got the first goal and we went on to win the game quite comfortably. Anyway, the ball's now played forwards, touched off by Kim Little. This is good from Arsenal. A little bit of space over on this near side for Caitlin Ford. We're going to have a run at the London Lionesses defence, cuts in field. She's needed some support. She's got Steph Catley, plays it into the box, touched back by Kim Little. Caitlin Ford again is battling away, tries a shot, trying to curl it in that far corner. She's claiming it was deflected, and indeed it was, and it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. LG says, sorry, Rich, but here in Africa, always been tradition to have the AFCON in January. It's an African tournament, not European. So we make the rules, and the June-July period weather here is not ideal. No, I mean, that's a fair point. Obviously, it is a fair point, of course. We saw with the World Cup, didn't we, when it was in the winter last year because of the weather. So it's just, it just disrupts the whole season, doesn't it? It just seems like an inconvenience maybe when there's a lot of African players now that play, obviously, in the Premier League, which we all lose, don't we? And it's a shame. And I'm sure they'd rather be playing in the Premier League, some of them, wouldn't they? And maybe, playing in a tournament in the middle of the season. Anyway, also coming forward now, Steph Catley with a crossing from that far side, actually, the right-hand side. I don't know what she's doing over there. We just took that corner. Anyway, the cross comes in from Katie McCabe, headed out. Not a very good header away, actually, but London Lionesses got away with it. And now Vicky Palova can recycle the ball back into the penalty area, looking for Chloe Lacasse. It's going to go out for a throw. But no, I mean, that's a fair enough point, isn't it? I mean, the weather in the summer would probably not be suitable to play football in, would it? Well, I suppose the African players will probably be used to it, won't they, I guess? But, yeah, I don't think I'd fancy playing football in July in Africa. There's that guy, isn't there, who's running the whole length of Africa. He's been doing it, hasn't he, for a while? I mean, he's credit to him. Like, that's amazing, isn't it, really? He's I think he's a ginger as well, so the sun can't be doing him much good, can it? Anyway, Caitlin Ford now coming forward for Arsenal. The ball comes to Vicky Palova. She's going to try a shot. Oh, she tries to thread it through to Kim Little inside the penalty area. A little bit wider than she would have wanted, so she's had to pull the ball back to Katie McCabe, and she just touches it off to Leia Cadena, gets it back again, Katie McCabe, and now it's with Lotta Woubermoy. Hadda says, can Joe Montemuro come back? Probably not, no. Anyway, Caitlin Ford on this near side. Can she get across it? She's done well, but she's put under pressure there, and the ball's gone out. Is it going to be a corner or a goal kick? Referee's given a goal kick, and more Arsenal pressure doesn't really lead to a chance at goal. And we've only really had that one shot, haven't we, which Caitlin Ford had very early in the game, which was a fairly comfortable save for the goalkeeper, Grace Maloney, who's now going to take this goal kick for the London Lionesses. We've played 14 minutes. It's been mostly Arsenal possession. They've had one or two little counter-attacks, haven't they, the Lionesses, and they've looked decent on the ball. They're trying to play it out from the back again, which they've tried to do a few times. LG says there's usually heavy rainfalls in most parts of Africa in June and July. Well, there's heavy rainfall in England most of the year, so we're used to that. That's not a problem. We can deal with a bit of rain. Although, of course, Dartford can't because their pitch got waterlogged last week. Oh, that's a poor throw. And suddenly Arsenal under pressure on this counter-attack over on that far side, but Lotta Woubermoy comes across. Really good play. It was Douglas actually there who capitalised on that poor throw from Arsenal. We've been a little bit sloppy at times in this game. Yeah, Danielle Carter just won the ball back, tries an effort from distance, but it's straight into the arms of Manu Zinsberger. And that's London Lionesses' first effort at goal. It was, of course, Danielle Carter. Who else? She's bound to score, isn't she, at some point in this game, you feel. the curse of the ex-player. Anyway, Caitlin Ford now bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Stina gives it back to her. It wasn't a great pass back to her. She's done well, and now Steph Catley will play this back to Lotta Woober-Moy. She pings the ball over to that far side. Leah Cadena striding forward for Arsenal. Tips a long ball forward, looking for the run there of Stina. Good take from Stina inside the penalty area. She's very wide. Can she get the cross in or win the corner? She does get the cross and it's deflected behind, and she has won the corner. A really good play that was from Stina. Running the channels there, got the ball, and the cross there was deflected. Stina's very keen to get on with it. She's going to be desperate to score some goals tonight, isn't she, Stina Blackstenius? She's our top scorer, 11 goals this season in all competitions, and looking for some more tonight. It's a corner to Arsenal over on that far side. Steph Catley's got a cross that's going to be an in-swinger with that left foot of hers. She's usually such a good deliverer of a set piece, isn't she, Steph Catley? And she's going to put this one right into that penalty area again, you feel. And she does into the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes, it goes all the way across. It's going to fall to Caitlin Ford, not quite. And London Lionesses scrambled the ball away. That was almost an opportunity there for Arsenal to get the lead. You do feel once the first goal goes in, the floodgates might start to open. Anyway, Leah Volti now bringing the ball forward. That's a great cross actually to the far post. Clutched back in by Chloe Lacasse. It's going to come to Stina, not quite. Well defended again by London Lionesses, but the ball now breaks again to Vicky Palova. There's a lot of space over on that far side for Chloe Lacasse. Instead, she finds Stina on the edge of the box, gets it back. This is good play from Arsenal. It's with Steph Catley, touches the ball off to Leah Volti. They force us back a little bit, Lionesses, but we are coming forward again now. It is with Chloe Lacasse, plays it up the line, looking for Vicky Palova. She can't quite keep the ball in. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Terry says that LG, that can't be true. The BBC tells us you haven't had any rain since 1984 and the world's boiling. They've got no food either, have they, in Africa? Because that's what the song said, 1984. But we've given them loads of money to help out, haven't we? I'm sure they're fine. And LG's fine. He's got enough food. Greg says only a new manager till Serena's contract comes to an end, then she'll come to us. Well, I don't know if she will. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if she wants to manage in club football, but we'll see. Little Cubby says, anyone else trying to watch this on the FA player? I've got it on the FA player. Yeah, I don't know whether or not you're having trouble, are you? Getting onto it. Anyway, Vicky Palova now plays the ball up to that far side to get it to Chloe Lacasse. She's going to keep this ball in. Can she get a cross in? She plays it back instead to Vicky Palova. Plays it back again to Leah Cadena. Lots of Woober-Moy square, a little bit of space. Midway inside the Lionesses half. Gives the ball to Leah Volti. And she touches off to Leah Cadena again. And Arsenal with all the pressure. Now it's with Chloe Lacasse over on that far side. Cuts in field inside the penalty area. Chloe Lacasse tries to find Kim Little. Kim Little won the ball back well on the edge of the penalty area. She finds Leah Volti. This is good from Arsenal. A little bit of space for Caitlin Ford on this near side. Caitlin Ford touches it back to Lotta Woober-Moy. She's going to put a cross in. She plays a low ball in towards Kim Little. And London Lionesses clear away again, only as far as Caitlin Ford on this near side. This is good play from Arsenal. Good pressure. Steph Catley battling away there for the ball. Can't quite get it. But she keeps battling and battling away. And now she's won the throw. As you know, the throw goes to London Lionesses. LG says that we need Casey Stoney. Oh, another interesting choice. Little Cubby says there, it keeps buffering, then getting stuck. I'll give up. Oh, really? That's not good, is it? I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if it's your internet, is it? But anyway, maybe they're just having problems. I don't know, but I'm fine here. I don't know if anyone else has got problems. Stina now picks up the ball. She looks hungry, Stina, tonight, doesn't she? She just wants that ball. She wants that ball. I think she's got a point to prove. And let's hope she can prove it. Here she goes down a little run, plays the ball forward. It's good movement from Arsenal, but not quite. The final ball again. It's been lacking. And Arsenal picks it up again on the edge of the area. Arsenal winning the ball back high up the pitch, but unable to really break through that London City defence at this moment in time. We played 19 minutes. It is still 0-0. Arsenal looking in complete control, but not really creating an awful lot at the moment. Lotta Woober-Moy now pings that ball over to the far side. It's a great ball to Chloe Lacasse. Touches it back to Katie McCabe. Katie McCabe now thought about a cross, instead finds Chloe Lacasse. She's going to go around past Emma McCanny. She's done well. Finds Kim Little just inside the area. Kim Little needed to try to switch the ball. She couldn't quite manage to do it. But Vicky Palova now to Lotta Woober-Moy. Thought about playing a ball through and instead plays it square. It's a decent ball. It's going to fall to Steph Catley. Now it's with Caitlin Ford. Delivers a cross. Hits the first defender. And now Caitlin Ford still got possession though. Finds Lotta Woober-Moy. Can she get the cross in towards that far post? Instead, she plays it up this near side again to Caitlin Ford. She's going to have a run again at the fullback. She gets past her this time, puts a crossover towards the far post. Going to come to Chloe Lacasse, tries to play it back into the box, looking for the runner, Kim Little. And again, London City Lionesses clear it away. Terry says, we're knocking the ball around well, but it's too slow. Yeah, we're keeping possession well, but we're not stretching that London defence at all, are we, really? Anyway, lots of Woobermoy now going to try to change that. Finds Vicky Palova. Now it's with Kim Little, touches the ball off to Katie McCabe. Now it's Chloe Lacasse again. Kim Little plays it forward to Stina Blackstenius on the edge of the penalty area, touches it off to Katie McCabe. She plays the ball square to Lotta Woobermoy, very central, midway inside the London Lionesses half. That's a good ball up this near side. Steph Catley plays it forward to Caitlin Ford, gets it back. Steph Catley inside the box. Oh, she could have put a crossing, gone out to Caitlin Ford. She does put a cross in. The header comes in from Stina. Couldn't quite get enough contact on it. And the ball is cleared away. And Leia Cadena gets on the end of it. Gregory's with us. How you doing, Gregory? Says, in Canada, the FA player is unreliable and a pain to watch. Is it? Okay, well, there you go. Maybe Australia's the same, which is where little Cubby is at the minute. Anyway, that ball played up the line by Caitlin Ford isn't going to be good enough. Steph Catley can't keep it in. It's a goal kick to London Lionesses. We played 21 minutes. And it's been 21 minutes of a lot of Arsenal passing, a lot of Arsenal possession, but very, very few chances. In fact, almost no chances at all. There's been that one shot, hasn't there, from Caitlin Ford, which was straight at the goalkeeper. Other than that, there's not been an awful lot to talk about in this game in terms of chances. Arsenal playing quite well. We're knocking the ball around well, but yeah, not really stretching that defence at all, are we? From the Lionesses, we need to, maybe move that ball a little bit quicker, as Terry said there. A little bit slow. It is a little bit slow. And we're not doing enough. And this has been the story this season in many ways, hasn't it? We've been very slow moving the ball, and that's why we're not maybe scoring enough goals, and we're not, making the most of the possession that we have. Very similar to watching the men's team, isn't it, at times? Although, of course, the men did find their shooting boots at the weekend, didn't they, against West Ham, which was good. Anyway, lots of Woobermoy now in possession for Arsenal, plays the ball into midfield. Nice turn away there from Caitlin Ford. A lot of the ball. And now it's with Vicky Palova, plays up this near side to Leah Volti, and then she plays it back square again to Lotta Woobermoy, plays it to Kim Little. Nice. This is nice football from Arsenal again, but it's not necessarily making too much progress. But we'll see. Vicky Palova now plays out to that far side. Katie McCabe cuts in field, going to cross it with her left foot. She does cross it with her left foot. Oh, it's to the far post. Caitlin Ford was there, denied by the keeper. Oh, and then it's blocked by the defender. Thought Caitlin Ford was going to be in there for the opening goal. What a cross that was, actually, from Katie McCabe. And at the far post there was Caitlin Ford coming in, and she got a good, not quite enough power on that shot. It was a good save, actually, from Grace Maloney to keep the ball out of Arsenal. With a shot again from Caitlin Ford just over the top of the crossbar this time. And that is the nearest that we have come. What a great cross that was from Katie McCabe there from that far side. Cutting on her left foot, crossed it to that far post. Really good play. And in the end, it wasn't quite able to, Caitlin Ford wasn't quite able to put it in. LG says, the thing about Lionesses is we seem to always have that odd, unusual, damaging defeat every season. Birmingham away, Man United at home, Liverpool, Spurs, West Ham. It says, well, that's not just one this season, is it? It's three. But yeah, you're right. We always seem to have the odd games here and there where unexpectedly we lose. So he says, this game's crying out for a Katie banger. Well, it's crying out for someone to have a shot, maybe from distance, because no one seems to be shooting at the minute, do they? It's nice, pretty passing, but not much in terms of end product. As I say, it's becoming a theme, isn't it, really, for this team? Anyway, it's London City Lionesses coming forward now on that far side, but Vicky Palova, look at that. She's brilliant, isn't she? Won the ball back. Kim Little now finds Chloe Lacasse, and Arsenal again passing the ball well, but not really making too much progress up the pitch. But Leia Cadena is going to try and change that now. She finds Lotta Woobermoy just about outside the centre circle, swings it out to that far side to Chloe Lacasse again, flicks the ball on to Kim Little and gets it back again, the Canadian. This will be her last game before she has to go off to the Gold Cup. Vicky Palova now bringing the ball forward, probably been our best player this season, hasn't she, Vicky Palova, I think. This is a good ball, actually finds Caitlin Ford again on his near side. Caitlin Ford's cross deflected behind. It is going to be another corner to Arsenal. Are we going to get a goal? We've played nearly 25 minutes and still it's 0-0 and still it's more Arsenal pressure, but very, very few chances. But is this going to be different now? Katie McCabe's coming across to take this Corner for Arsenal again. It's going to be, well, this will be an outswing actually, because she's going to be left-footed as well from this left-hand side. Katie McCabe is going to take this set piece for Arsenal. Is this going to be where we get the breakthrough? 25 minutes on the clock. Katie McCabe's corner. It's an outswinger to the far post. Everybody's missed it. It's come all the way through actually to Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Caitlin Ford plays it up the line, looking for the runner. Vicky Palova. She's done well. Vicky Palova inside the box. She tries a shot. Oh, it just trickled into that side netting. Was it deflected? It was. It's another corner to Arsenal. The goalkeeper, Grace Maloney, was flapping a little bit of that. It was a good play though from Vicky Palova. A nice turn and then a shot into that near side netting, and it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. It must have took a deflection. Don't think the goalkeeper got a hand on it. It looked as though it went into the side netting without a touch from the keeper. It must have been a defender. And it's a corner. Steph Catley over on that far side. This is going to be an in-swinger this time, again with that left foot of hers. It's a high corner. So here's the 6-yard box. It's headed out, but not headed up, but not really out by the Lionesses defence. They do manage to get it out now, but only as far as Lotta Wooben-Moore on the edge of the box. Crowded out a little bit, Lotta, but she does well. And there's space over on that far side for Steph Catley. Instead, it's with Vicky Palova. The ball bobbling around inside the box, and Lionesses do now clear the ball away over on that far side. Arsenal still struggling to create too many opportunities here. And you have to give credit to the London Lionesses defence, because I think they've defended pretty well actually so far, or very well so far. But maybe Arsenal aren't really doing themselves a lot of favours the way that we've been defending. But anyway, the way we've been attacking, so we're moving the ball too slowly. Lots of Wooben-Moore plays the ball forward. That's a good ball up this near side again to Caitlin Ford. Katie McCabe now switched over to this left-hand side. Caitlin Ford trying to get through again, and she's given away a free kick. And London Lionesses can get a little bit of a respite from the constant pressure that they've been under for pretty much the whole of this first half. Well, they have had one or two little counter-attacks, haven't they? LG says Jonas' style pretty much resembles Arteta, especially. Yeah, I agree, yeah. Both unbeaten against the big sides, but lost inexplicably against the lesser teams, and both play slowly and always try to walk the ball in the net. Yeah, we've said this before, haven't we? It's very similar, isn't it? It's very similar to styles of football that the men play and the women play, whether that's what they want to try and do, get that same style of football throughout the whole club. Doesn't seem to make much. I don't know why. You can understand with the youth players and stuff like that playing the same style as the men, because they're going to hopefully one day play. But the women are never going to play for the men's teams. They might as well play their own style, mightn't they? Anyway, Steena's batting away for the ball over on that far side. Glenn Rivasey says, how are you watching the game? Been trying for half an hour to get the FA player working, all for lap. Well, yeah, I'm watching it on the FA player, so I don't know if everyone knows, it's just you that's having problems. Rendition says, Jonas spent £350,000 on Kira, second highest fee, only to Chelsea's Ramirez. We're only having a few months left on our contract, only to you as a bit part player. Well, that seems to be what he's done, but she's still young, isn't she? She's still learning, so maybe he's trying to ease her in gradually, but I'd like to see her play more. Russell Rivers as well, he says, good evening, friends, indeed. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. And what better way to spend Valentine's evening than watching the Arsenal women play and spending it here with us? That's what Valentine's is about, isn't it? Not well, it's one of the things it's about, isn't it? So thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, give us a like. And if you are new here, please subscribe. We will be covering the game on Saturday as well. We cover all the Arsenal women's games. The Manchester United game, of course, is going to be exciting, isn't it? So join us for that. And also, as well, of course, we will be bringing you some a match review show, the Arsenal men against Burnley as well on Saturday evening. Join us for that as well. Now, London City Lionesses is looking for a counter-attack, but that long ball is going to run all the way through to Manu Zinsberger. Russ says the wife has been fed, so she's watching TV in the other room. Perfect Valentine's Day. Exactly, yeah. That's what it's about, isn't it? I got in from work, went for a run. Paula's gone to, she goes to Keep Fit of an evening, so she's at Keep Fit. This game's on, and then she'll be back about, well, probably in the second half, she'll be back. And that'll be that. So, yeah, good stuff. You do what you like to do on Valentine's Day, don't you? Things you like to do. Terry says, perhaps as a club, we've decided to go the Arteta route and both men and women's teams win nothing. Well, at least the women's team are holders of a trophy, which is a trophy that we're playing for tonight, and hopefully we can retain it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So that's the one difference, isn't it? That, you know, at least the women's team are the current holders of a trophy, a proper trophy, not a community shield or some rubbish like that, an actual proper cup competition that we won last year. We beat Chelsea in the final as well. We may well have to play them again anyway. We're coming forward again. Vicky Plover, it's not a good ball though, is it? Vicky Plover, but Vicky Plover gives the ball away and she just wins it back. That's what she does. Anyway, also going forward again now. Caitlin Ford on the edge of the box. She's going to try a shot. Kim Little gets the ball out to that far side. Chloe Lacasse comes in, tries a shot. Oh, it's just wide. Was that deflected? It wasn't. It's a goal kick. That was a good move from Arsenal there. And in the end, it was Chloe Lacasse on the end of it over on that far side. First time shot. Kim Little did well to just shuffle the ball out there. And then she had to hit it first time under pressure. It just went wide of that far post or near post as we look. Where she looked, it's far post from where we're looking. Half an hour played, it is still 0-0. Terry says, lucky you. Mine's sitting in the corner nagging, shut up since I got home. No, I'm sure that's not real. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure she's pleased to see you. Anyway, London City Lionesses are trying to play the ball out from the back. And they've managed to do it successfully again. Well, no, they haven't now because they've just given it away. Katie McCabe, it was that won it back. Kim Little lays the ball off to Vicky Palover. Now it's with Lotta Woobermoy. Well, that's a poor pass forward from Lotta Woobermoy. And suddenly now Danielle Carter's free on this near side for London City Lionesses. And good defending though from Lotta there. She gave it away and won it back. And that's all you can do, isn't it? If you give the ball away, everyone makes mistakes. And now suddenly Arsenal got a counter-attack. Stina Blackstenius on this near side, just outside the penalty area. Oh, she's got clear around the defender. Is she not quite? It's a little bit of a loose touch initially from her. She was looking to try to burst into the box there. And now London City Lionesses have got a throw on this near side. It is going to be a set piece for Arsenal to defend. And Stina, they're looking to try and get in there, wasn't she? Just that little touch she had to try to knock it past the defender, just overhit a little bit away from her body. And in the end, the defender managed to step in and win the ball. And that was the end of that particular attack. Anyway, Arsenal try to come forward again. And it's cleared away by London Lioness. It's going to go all the way through to Manu Zinsberger. LG says, if Pep Guardiola managed the Arsenal men's team, we win the title. If Emma Hayes managed the women's team, we win the title. That's the difference right there. I tend to agree with you. I mean, I said this last season when we were leading the league and we blew it, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's because of the injuries that we had." Blah blah blah. I actually said that if we'd swapped managers with Man City, we would have won the league, and that would have been what would have happened. And I agree with you 100%. And I agree with you about Emma Hayes as well. Of course, you know, Emma Hayes is as much as we give her some stick on this channel, of course we do, but she is a brilliant manager. There's no doubt. You know, one of the best, probably the best, certainly the best in the WSL. So yeah, of course, if you've got a great manager with the great players that we've got, we would expect to be winning trophies. Anyway, Caitlin Ford, now a little bit of space on this near side. It's going to be the breakthrough. Caitlin Ford inside the box. She's done really well. Oh, good save again by the goalkeeper, Grace Maloney. Really good save there at the feet of Caitlin Ford, who's playing well actually in this game. She's causing a lot of problems on this near side. She went around the outside there and then cut inside, and the goalkeeper did well. Just as she was about to pull the trigger, it is going to be another corner to Arsenal on this near side this time, which is going to be taken by Katie McCabe. Greg says, just told mine, happy Valentine's. Now, don't disturb me. The girls are playing. Well, there you go. You said that's the right way to do it, isn't it? And so he says, enjoy your takeaways next week. Yeah, that's pretty well happening, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. London Lioness has cleared that corner. And now the ball's with Leah Volti inside the centre circle. It's all on her own. There's nobody near her. Now she's waiting for some support. And Lotta Woobermoy's come to join her inside the centre circle. And they've got the ball out to that far side to Vicky Palova. Plays the ball square again to Leah Volti. Now it's with Katie McCabe now. Popping up on this left-hand side. That's a good ball up the line to Chloe Lacasse. She's come over to play on this left-hand side where she was so dangerous, of course, for Benfica in the last couple of seasons playing on the left. And she's on the left now. In fact, seems to have swapped with Caitlin Ford. Steph Catley takes this throw, though, to Lotta Woobermoy. And that ball's played across to Leah Cadena inside the centre circle and halfway. She touches a simple ball to Lotta Woobermoy. There's some space over on the far side for Katie McCabe. In fact, Leah Cadena steps in instead, plays the ball forward to Vicky Palova, trying to get out to that far side to Caitlin Ford, who's done well. Caitlin Ford trying to go around the outside and couldn't quite manage to do it. And now Emma McCandy plays the ball out to that far side as well. And London City Lionesses. Oh, that's a poor ball straight to Chloe Lacasse, heading it down to Kim Little. She could have maybe tried to control it and have a shot. Anyway, Arsenal still in possession now. Lotta Woober-Moy plays the ball to this near side to Steph Catley. Touches it off to Lotta Woober-Moy again. Thinks the ball into the box. It's a good run. So Vicky Palova inside the penalty area. She needs someone to touch it off to. Trying a shot. Was deflected. And again, London City Lionesses have managed to repel another Arsenal attack. We seem to be getting closer. Is the goal coming? Chloe Lacasse touches it off to Steph Catley. Oh, Steph Catley tried to go around the outside. Claimed handball. The referee said no. And now London City Lionesses trying to play it out from the back. Danielle Carter has done well. In fact, she's been fouled by Leah Volti. It's going to be a free kick to London. Tal says they're okay to blame Jonas, but the incredible player turnover has been a big factor this year. But that doesn't explain the anemic offence in most games, including today so far. Yeah, I agree with you. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Greg says she's used to it. She knew I was a gooner when we met, so it's her own fault. Well, exactly. Yeah, you have to look at it like that, don't you? LG says you can't blame injuries for throwing away 2-goal leads against Liverpool and West Ham in the men's case last season. Well, no, you can't. No, I agree. I wasn't looking for that as an excuse, but it was a lot of people used it as an excuse, didn't they? The Saliba injury and what have you. Anyway. Terry says, good man, Greg. I do have a spare room if you need it. Yeah. Oh, Arsenal playing themselves into trouble on the edge of the box. And suddenly London Lions have got a chance. Oh, that's a really poor shot, actually, there that came in. That was from Izzy Groves. Of course, Groves, a famous Arsenal name, isn't it, from the past? Of course, Perry Groves. And before that, was it his uncle, Vic? Vic Groves played for Arsenal in the 1950s. Now Izzy Groves playing for London City Lionesses. That wasn't a very good shot at all from her. Trickled away. And now Arsenal back in possession with Manu Zinsberger midway inside the Arsenal half. Finds Lotta Woober-Moy on this near side. Plays the ball up this line to Steph Catley, infield to Chloe Lacasse. Oh, she's done really well. Chloe Lacasse turns away from the defender inside the penalty area. Chloe Lacasse goes around the outside and she's won at the corner. Really good play that was there from Chloe Lacasse again. Terry says, this game's lost its spark. It's like we're treating it like a training session. Well, it does seem to be a little bit, doesn't it? Gregory says, we make beautiful plays right up until putting the ball in the net. Yeah, no, you're right. We're passing the ball well. It's good passing, but yeah, we've not got any cutting edge at all, have we, really, so far? But that has been the case throughout the season, isn't it, in many games? Anyway, Katie McCabe's going to take this corner on this near side for Arsenal. So it's going to be an outswinger with that left foot. And it is to the far post. A header comes in from Stina Blackstone. It's gone in. The goal has finally come. Not sure if it was Chloe Lacasse who got the final touch or whether it was Stina's header. It's a little bit of a scrappy goal. We don't care about that. It's gone in. And I think it's going to be Stina Blackstenius to claim that goal. It was a header from the corner at the far post. I don't know whether there was a touch in front of her. Let's just have a look here. The header came in from Stina Blackstenius. No, it was Chloe Lacasse headed it in from inside the 6-yard box. It's Chloe Lacasse's goal. Stina with the assist. And yeah, Arsenal finally. So it is, of course. Took 38 minutes there, and Arsenal got the goal. It is Chloe Lacasse from close range, tucked it in, and it was Stina's header that set that up. Miss Pinksock says, time to open the floodgates. Well, let's hope so. Yeah, we said the first goal might open it up. We'll see. Greg says, Jonas said about playing the high-risk balls, but it's still not happening. And Miss Pinksock says, 24 Lacasse. Indeed, it was Chloe Lacasse with the goal. Anyway, Steph now coming forward for Arsenal on this near side, Steph Catley. And Arsenal finally get that breakthrough before half-time. And let's hope it is the signal for Arsenal to go on and dominate this game and hopefully go on and score a few more goals as well, which would be nice, wouldn't it? We scored 6, of course, in the last game here against Reading in the last group stage match. And I'm sure we'll be hungry for some more goals now. All London Lionesses giving the ball away. Steph Catley on the edge of the box. Finds Katie McCabe. Now it's over on this near side. Caitlin Ford crosses it in. There's no Arsenal player. It's come to Stina on the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, just bobbling around. She couldn't quite get it under control. and it's run through to the goalkeeper again. And Tal says, "Here in Canada, we are thrilled to see Chloe score." I'm sure you are, and it was a nice goal as well. Couldn't really miss, but it was a good header from Stina. And you've got to be in there, haven't you, to get the final touch? And she was. Chloe Lacasse, that's her third goal for Arsenal this season, her first season, of course, here. Back in the starting lineup. In fact, Stina set the goal up, and Chloe scored it. The two players that we've all been sort of demanding play more, really. And they've both played a big part in that opening goal here tonight. And Arthur just won the ball again high up the pitch. Leah Volti plays it forward. Caitlin Ford tries to touch it in. In fact, there's a space over on that far side. And it was Chloe Lacasse again coming in, but goalkeeper Grace Maloney has come out for that ball, and she's got it in her arms. In fact, she looks like she's trying a bit of an injury though. She's trying to pull her socks up. Anyway, it's going to be fine. Little Cubby says, "Yeah, thank God for that. Beginning to think we'd never score again." Yeah, it was certainly looking that way, wasn't it, for a while? Miss Pinksock says, "Agreed, Tal. BC here." Oh, fantastic. Is that where you are? Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, it is going to be the Grace Maloney, the Lionesses goalkeeper, going to kick this up the pitch. And there's 4 minutes to go of this first half. There'll be some stoppage time, of course, because there was that injury, wasn't there, to Chloe Lacasse earlier on in that first half. I don't seem to have affected her too much, does it? Because she's got herself on the score sheet again, which is great, isn't it? We do love Chloe Lacasse. She had a great season when she's played. She's just not been playing enough, actually, let's be honest. She always makes an impact, though, doesn't she? And she's made a big impact tonight with that opening goal, which could prove so important. It's going to be the goal that hopefully sends us on our way to the semi-final, where we will face Aston Villa at Meadow Park. And hopefully we've got the opportunity to get to the final, which is, of course, at Wolves' Molyneux Stadium, isn't it, at the end of March? I think it's Easter Sunday, the game. Because if it is, I might well decide to go to that. Anyway, London Lionesses are coming forward looking for an equaliser, but that wasn't a great ball. Leia Cadena steps in and now brings the ball clear and then pings across in to Leah Volti, touches it off nicely to Steph Catley. Arsenal now on the counter-attack, looking to get a second goal before half-time. That ball's played through again to Stina on this near side. Stina Blackstenius plays the ball back, keeps possession for Steph Catley. Surely she was fouled there by Danielle Carter, and the referee says indeed she was. Greg says, need another goal by half-time, the way we've been playing lately. Yeah, we probably need another 2 or 3, don't we, the way we've been gifting goals away. But yeah, I'd like to see another goal before half-time. We've still got a chance to do it. We've played 42 minutes. We've got this free kick now on this near side, which it looks like Steph Catley is going to take, although Katie McCabe's come across as well. The two left-footed fullbacks for Arsenal. In fact, Katie McCabe walks away. It's going to be Steph Catley to deliver this ball. Arsenal got a lot of bodies in. The penalty was a set piece, of course, that brought about the first goal. Is it going to be a set piece to bring about the second goal as well? Let's see. It's going to be Steph Catley with this free kick on this near side. It's about 10 yards, 15 yards outside the penalty area. Plays that ball in. It's not a great ball, actually. A bit flat. Anyway, cleared away as far as Vicky Plover puts a cross back into the far post. Katie McCabe can pull it back across all the way across the goal. Leia Cadena's in there. She did score in that game against Reading as well, but she couldn't get on the end of that one. And again, they clear it away. Miss Pinksock says, let's have a Stina goal indeed. Let's have a couple of Stina goals, shall we? Be nice, wouldn't it? Tal says, I want to see Vicky get a banger. Yeah, Vicky would be nice. She hasn't scored too many goals for Arsenal, has she? For all her great performances, she's been absolutely brilliant. I think she's been our best player this season anyway. Arsenal coming forward now. That's a great ball from Leah Volti. Finds Katie McCabe, drills across towards the edge of the penalty area. It's a volley there from Caitlin Ford. She can't keep it down. It's gone over the crossbar into the crowd behind that goal. And we're now into the final minute of the first half. Of course, there is going to be some stoppage time, isn't there? Because, as we said, there was that injury to Chloe Lacasse very early on in the game. So you'd imagine there's going to be 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time. And there's going to be a free kick to London Lionesses over on that far side. With a clumsy foul by Leia Cadena. She may have slipped, actually, as she went to try and win the ball. And it's a free kick to the Lionesses, just about on halfway over on that far side. Just coming down to the last few seconds of normal time. at the end of the first half. So there's going to be a chunk of stoppage time, you imagine, because of that injury. I reckon 3 minutes they'll probably play. It never seems to be quite as much in the first half, does it? No matter what injuries you get, they seem to have it all on in the second half, don't they? Anyway, Izzy Groves now brings it forward for London Lionesses. Are they going to get an equaliser before half time? That'd be a turn up for the books, wouldn't it? Oh, good play on that far side. The cross comes in, headed away under pressure there. Was it Lotta Rubenmoy with that header? That looked like it might have been an equaliser there for London City Lionesses against the run of play. Now Steiner in possession for Arsenal and plays the ball up to Steph Catley on this near side. Great defensive header. I think that might have been Lotta Rubenmoy there. That could have been a dangerous moment there, and it could have been an equaliser for the Lionesses, and Caitlin Falls just conceded a foul. It is going to be a free kick. We haven't actually seen what the stoppage time is. We are into stoppage time, but we haven't seen how much there's going to be. And they haven't put it. I do 3 minutes. There you go. I thought maybe 3 or 4. There you go. It's 3 minutes, and we're into that now. So let's see whether or not we can get a second goal before half time. Well, hopefully we won't concede one, because we almost did then. That was a great bit of play over on that far side. It was a good cross as well. But luckily, it was what Lotta Rubenmoy got there first, headed it away. Good defensive header. That was so important. It had to be as well. Anyway, Grace Maloney with that free kick, and suddenly London City Lionesses is coming forward again. Again, it's Lotta in there again with some good defending. Just, of course, picked in the latest England squad, Lotta Rubenmoy. And, of course, Leah Williamson as well, back in the England squad. Brilliant to see her back. I mean, what a great performance. That was one of the highlights of that Man City game at the weekend for me, was Leah Williamson back playing the way that she did in that game. She was brilliant, wasn't she? Back in the Lionesses squad. The Lionesses captain is back, and it's going to be great to see her playing for the Lionesses over the couple of games that we've got coming up in a couple of week or so's time, isn't it? Next week, isn't it? Anyway, Arsenal in possession again. We've played a minute and a half of stoppage time. Lotta Rubenmoy plays the ball up this near side to Steph Catley, gets it back again. Are Arsenal going to try and get a second goal before the break? Terry says Lotta Rubenmoy with a good, strong header away. And it was, yeah, important as well, because that could easily have been the equaliser right on half time, which would have really knocked us back. We've lost our last 2 games. The last thing we needed to do was to concede a goal right on the end of half time there, but that's what Lotta's there for, do her job, and she did it really well. As she's done most of the season, to be fair. She's had a great season, hasn't she? And she did really well again. Arsenal in possession over on that far side, but London City Lionesses have won the ball back again. It was Schofield there, not Philip Schofield. Now Stina Blackstone inside the box. Is this going to be a goal for? Oh, she's brought down by the keeper. Surely that's a penalty. It is a penalty. Stina there took it round the keeper, got clipped, and the goalkeeper's moaning that Stina dived. She clearly didn't. The goalkeepers can't really complain about that, and she is complaining. She's got no right to complain. It was clearly a penalty. It was Stina there, got herself through. It was a poor back pass, actually, let Stina in. She took it round the keeper, and the keeper's caught her. Of course the keeper's caught her. There's no argument about that. And it's going to be Kim Little with a chance to put Arsenal 2-0 up at half-time. This will be the last action of this first half, you do feel. And it's a chance for Kim Little. She's missed a few penalties, hasn't she, lately? Let's hope she can put this one away to make it 2-0 at the break and put Arsenal right in control. The goalkeeper, Grace Maloney's just been booked there by the referee. Not sure if it was for complaining or because she wouldn't stand on her goal line. Anyway, it is a penalty to Arsenal. It is Kim Little with the opportunity now to make it 2-0 to Arsenal, put us in control before half-time of this Continental Cup quarter-final. Kim Little from the penalty spot. Stina's had a hand in the first goal. She might well have a hand in this goal. Should Kim put this penalty away? It's Kim Little now. And she does put it away. It is 2-0, and Arsenal are now in control, surely on our way to the semi-final. And it is another goal for Arsenal. It's come late in this first half, the 2 goals, but we've got them. And Kim Little buries that penalty. I say she missed her last one she took, didn't she? She might have missed 2, the last 2, but she wasn't going to miss that one. Really cool penalty. Sent the keeper the wrong way, put it into that left-hand corner. And Terry says, come on, Kimmy. She stuck it away there. LG says, Arteta is also a nice guy and speaks well. Well, I don't think he is. I don't like him, but that's just me. Terry says, typical Millwall. Miss Pink Sock says, classic Lil. It was, yeah. Terry says, get in there, Kimmy. Indeed. Get in there, Kimmy Little. It is 2-0. And surely that means Arsenal are going through. But a little bit of defending there to do, but it really done well. And now we've got another counter attack. Kim Little plays the ball over the top, looking for Stina. Is Stina going to get herself a goal before half time? Just on the edge of the penalty, Stina Blackstenius plays the ball across the box to Vicky Palova. Her shot's deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper. And in fact, there goes the half time whistle. It is London City Lionesses 0, Arsenal 2. We'd made hard work of it, didn't we? It looked as though we wasn't going to get the goal, but finally the breakthrough came. 38 minutes it was. It was a corner from Katie McCabe, Stina Blackstenius' header, and Chloe Lacasse got the final touch inside the 6-yard box to make it 1-0. And then right on half-time, Stina involved again. It was a poor back pass. Stina got in, took it round the keeper, got clipped. It was a penalty, and Kim Little did the honours from the spot to make it 2-0. And as Tal says there, Kim nailed it. She did indeed nail it. It was a good penalty, wasn't it? LG said, I was worried about Kim taking the pen. She's been dodgy in recent times on the spot. Yeah, she has. I say she's missed. I'm sure she's missed the last 2 before today. So it was nice that she got one. Hopefully that will give her confidence back for the next lot of penalties that she might be, what she might take. But yeah, it was a good penalty, wasn't it? In the end, they're just showing a few of the Arsenal chances, of which there was several, wasn't there? It's been one-way traffic, really. But I say the goals came late, didn't they? But we got them in the end, and that's what matters. And they're just showing a goal again. It was a nice little header, actually, from Chloe Lacasse on the end of Stina's initial header to put us in front. And nice set-piece goal. And then the penalty, as you feel sealed it, really. You can't really see them coming back from this London Lionesses. They've not really they've had one shot on goal. And they're just showing the penalty there. And Kimmy slotting it away nicely, make it 2-0. Lovely. Wayne says they always make hard work of these games. Well, we do, don't we? We didn't so much in the last round against Reading, did we? We kind of won that. I mean, we still might well win this easily in the end. But of course, we shall see. It is only 2-0 at half time, which is always nice, of course. Terry says, I hope Jonas sends a rocket up there by half time. That wasn't good. No, I mean, we had a lot of the ball. We had a lot of possession, a lot of passes. But yeah, we didn't really do a lot with the ball, did we? Mostly, it wasn't fantastic, was it? But anyway, we lead 2-0 and we'll take that. LG says, never forget the amount of yellow cards Jonas has received. Too many for a coach. I don't think those are the makings of a nice guy. I think he's he gets a bit overly excited sometimes, doesn't he? He does get a lot of yellow cards. You're right, but some people would call it passion, wouldn't they? I mean, Arteta had his fair share, hasn't he, of yellow cards and bans and all kinds of stuff going on, hasn't he? So, but yeah, he just likes to win, doesn't he? I suppose, but I mean, I just like him. I mean, I do like Jonas. I think he's a nice guy. I personally do. But it doesn't matter if someone's a nice guy or not. When you're a football manager, you are judged on one thing, and that's results. And when you're a football manager of an Arsenal team, whether it's the men's team or the women's team or the youth team or whatever it is, you've got to be doing much better. You've got to be challenging for trophies, winning trophies. That's what you've got to be able to do as an Arsenal manager. And that ultimately is more important, isn't it? And unfortunately, at this moment in time, this Arsenal team are not doing that, are they? We're failing. Yes, we've still got this Continental Cup and we've got a decent chance, obviously, of getting through, haven't we? And let's hope that we will. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Jonas. I don't necessarily think he's going to... I don't necessarily think he's going to get sacked unless we don't get in the top 4. That would be my view, but we'll see. Astakunda's in with us. How you doing? Good to see you. How you doing? I hope you are well. I hope you enjoy. I say enjoying the game. It's not been the most enjoyable half. It's been all Arsenal, which has been great. But yeah, we should be. We should be really looking to score a lot more goals than that we've got in that first half. But anyway, we're winning a game, and that's ultimately all that really matters, isn't it? Let's face it. We want to get to the cup game. You have to win and get through, and that's what we're doing. So let's hope that we can continue in the second half. Get a few more goals would be nice, wouldn't it? It's always more fun when you're winning games by a lot of goals, isn't it? To enjoy it rather than, we've had a lot of stress, haven't we, in the last few games? Oh, excuse me. So it's nice, isn't it, to be able to enjoy a game a little bit more comfortably. And it's looking as though that's going to be the case. Anyway, good stuff. Gregory says, I don't care if he's a nice guy or not, just win the games. Some of our most effective bosses have been not nice guys. I don't know if you're right. I mean, I don't think, whether someone's a nice guy or not isn't really important, is it? I would rather have a winning manager that wins trophies, personally. But anyway, Mark C says, did you have technical problems on Sunday? I didn't have technical problems, no. I mean, I did. We was out in the mornings. I just about got back for the women's game. I wasn't feeling too well. So I just did the women's game and I just watched the men's game. I didn't do a watch along of it just because I wasn't really feeling up to it. But anyway, so that was why it wasn't on. I had the stream set up. I was going to do it. I intended to do it, but I got back and I wasn't feeling that well. I did the women's game and, maybe partly I was feeling and partly the fact that we lost the game in the way that we did. I maybe wasn't really feeling it after that. So I just went and watched the game quietly in the corner and it was very enjoyable, as we know. Greg says, hopefully get 3 or 4 once Lionesses get tired. Yeah, I expect we'll score a few more in the second half. I'm sure we will. Terry says, nice guys don't win nothing. Let's hope I'm wrong about Jonas. I'd love him and his girls to win everything, but that may be the problem, not being ruthless enough. Yeah, I think you may be right. Russ says he just tries to be a nice guy. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's true, actually. Maybe he is trying to be a nice guy, but is he really? I don't know. Are the players responding to him? I don't know if they are. I'm certainly not getting the impression that they are necessarily at the moment. But anyway, Atakunda says it is 10:54 p.m. just from finalising office work. So tired. I'm happy I couldn't fail to come and say hi. I love you. And we love having you here as well. Good to see you. You just finishing work at like 5 to 11 in the evening. That's a bit late, isn't it? I mean, I finish work at like 5 o'clock, 5:30 sometimes. Well, a bit later sometimes, but anyway, I'm here. I'm not here for enjoy the game. Love you guys. We love you as well. I say it's great to have you here. Terry says, "How my only tech problems Richard has was eyelid problems." Well, yeah. I mean, I must admit, Sunday wasn't the best day for me. I was supposed to do a 10K race in the morning. I wasn't very well, so I had to miss it. We went and watched it because Paula was running, so I went and watched and supported her in the rain. And we had to rush back, and I missed the beginning of the women's game, and it was all a bit of a nightmare, really. I prefer to have time to settle and prepare for the games and stuff like that, really. But anyway, Sunday was what it was. But anyway, Arsenal won. The main thing is the results of the game, isn't it? And we won, and that's the most important thing, which is good. Rodas is with us. Says, hi, Richard. All good to see the ladies leading by 2 goals. We know they can concede here. No, I wouldn't imagine so. Let's hope not anyway. Greg says Kelly Smith is a forward coach. He needs to work harder. I mean, sometimes though, isn't it? And I don't know whether or not that's the case here. But sometimes when you get a new coach in doing, say, especially, Kelly Smith is not working with a whole team. She's maybe working with the individual forward players, and sometimes what can happen is it can be like it takes time for those new ideas to really come off, and I don't think we're anywhere near as effective going forward this season as we were last season and in previous seasons. We haven't been. Is that because, I say, they're working on different things, trying things in a different way, and maybe it just takes a bit of time? I don't know. With the quality players that we've got, though, they shouldn't need a lot of extra coaching, should they? So I'm not really sure what's happening there, if I'm honest. But anyway, not to worry about that. Wayne says, Barca drew a game of football in Liga F. Plus, did you see that Chelsea's new striker debut goal? Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was pretty cool, wasn't it, actually, to be fair. But, let's not worry about Chelsea too much. We've got to play them soon. And, of course, on Friday, we're still doing our Arsenal Women's Show on Friday, even though the the Chelsea Man City game is on, what we're going to do is we're going to have the game on in the background. We're going to do the show as normal and just keep you guys updated with what's happening in the game as well at the same time. So we thought we'd include it in just because, you know, there's been a lot to talk about in the Arsenal women over this last week or so. So we want to make sure that we're still doing our regular show for you guys. So we're going to do that on Friday at 7:30 as always. And yeah, hopefully you can join us. And I say we'll keep you updated with the Chelsea Man City game as well. I think a draw would do us in that game, wouldn't it? You know, if they both drop points, we've still got to play them both. If we was to beat them both, who knows? It doesn't seem very likely. Let's be honest. I'm not expecting us to do that, but you've got to keep dreaming and believing while it's still mathematically possible. So let's see what happens. If anyone's going to win that game, obviously Man City winning would slightly benefit us a little bit more, but we still need to beat both of them, don't we, to have any chance? Let's be honest. Whatever happens, we've got to win both those two games, away at Chelsea and away at Man City. And if we do, who knows? But I'm not overly confident that's going to happen. Terry says Paris is banging in the goals for Man U. She was rubbish for us. Yeah. I wouldn't say she was rubbish for us. It never quite worked for her, did it, with us, for whatever reason? Again, is that a coaching issue? Because she's certainly not struggling at Man United, is she, since she went there? So, and, you know, she's a great goal scorer. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway. Hada says, I'm a Chelsea fan until Jonas goes, no, you're not. Don't say that. No one's a Chelsea fan, are they? Wayne says, yeah, it's true. It took Paris ages to get her 50th WSL goal. It did, yeah, that was a penalty, wasn't it, against Aston Villa in the last home game of the season. Greg says, dream big, win big. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what you got to do. I mean, the players need to believe it. I'd like to see us do it. It'd be great, wouldn't it? But am I confident we will? Not sure. Roger says, we expect Leslie to do what Paris is doing for United. Well, yeah, she's not really, is she? Not in the goal scoring. And that's why, you know, I don't think, you know, she's not started the game tonight. I don't think we've missed her. In fact, you could say, I know Stina's not scored yet. She has been involved in both goals. And you could say that Stina's offered more of a threat in the goal, in the penalty area than what Leslie does in most games. So, anyway, LG says, Chelsea is winning as usual. Let's be real. They tend to win those type of games. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, stranger things have happened. You know, they do lose games. Chelsea, they have lost a game this season, and they may well lose another one or two or three. Who knows? But you're right. They do tend to win them games, don't they? It's going to take something from us here. Emily says in the second half, so it will be when we get going again. Yep, it's half time at the minute, 2-0. When the teams are back out, I will let you know. At the moment, there's they're having their half-time cup of tea, aren't they? And whatever else they do at half-time. A few tactical adjustments, maybe. Wayne says, Tim Stillman said earlier, Russo is Jesus coded, Ford is Martinelli coded, and Mead is Saka coded. See, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, there are a lot of similarities there, actually, aren't there, when you actually think about it? I mean, Beth Mead and Saka are probably the two standout players, aren't they, in each team, playing in a similar position on that right-hand side. Yeah, I suppose Russo does a lot of work outside the box. Jesus does a lot of work outside the box. Don't score enough goals, either of them. So, yeah. Ford and Martinelli, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Ford and Martinelli. Don't know about that one. Not sure about that one, but the other two, certainly you could say so, yeah. LG says, don't forget Paris was playing under Jonas, and this leads me to this question. Which player or players has Jonas actually improved since he arrived? Well, that is a good question. Who has he improved? I think Lotta Wilber-Moy's improved. Whether that's down to Jonas or whatever, I'm not sure. I think she's improved over the last couple of seasons. I think she's cut out a lot of the concentration errors that she used to make. I think she's improved. I mean, a lot of these players, you've got to say, have come in under Jonas. So it's difficult to say, you know, when you look, if we look at the team tonight, how many of these players were here before Jonas arrived? Obviously, Manu Zinsberger, she definitely hasn't improved. Absolutely no chance. Katie McCabe, I wouldn't say she's improved or got any worse. I think she's pretty much at the same top level. So I think Lotta's improved. Leia Cadena obviously is a new player. Steph Catley, again, she's a bit like Katie McCabe. I wouldn't say she's improved or not improved. I think she's stayed at the top level that she's been. So Kim Little, again, another one that stayed at that level that she had before. I think Leah Volti, I don't know if she's improved necessarily. She's a great player anyway. She was a great player before. She still is. So again, maybe on that same level. Improved, yes, she was signed by Jonas, but I think over the last year, she's improved, definitely. Chloe Lacasse, difficult to say, again, a new player. Stina Blackstenius, again, she was brought in under Jonas. I think she's done well. She needs to be playing more. Caitlin Ford, similar to what she was playing before, I think. So not much difference there, is there, really? And obviously some of the players aren't playing. Leah Williams has a lot of injuries, difficult to judge her, really. You know, Kyra's a new player. Frida was signed under Jonas. So I think she's improved than when she first joined. But Beth had the injury, difficult to say. Leslie, difficult to say because she's a new player. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of the players are quite new, aren't they? So it's difficult to say who's he improved. Lotta's the main one for me of the original players that are already there. That I think she's improved. How much of that's down to Jonas, I'm not too sure. But yeah. Jimmy's with us. He says it seems to me Jonas plays the fans' favourites in most games. Well, potentially. Ada says, let's say Jonas is not the coach, can take our ladies to another level. Yeah, and I think you're right. And I think we all kind of got to agree with that. You know, we are just about to start the second half here at Prince's Park. It is going to be the London Lionesses to kick off. And in fact, they have kicked off, attacking the goal to our left in this second half. The end where Arsenal scored those 2 goals just before half time to put a totally different complexion on this quarter-final tie. It was looking a little bit shaky for Arsenal. We were in control of the game possession-wise, but it wasn't really creating too much. But we got the 2 goals, and we are now surely heading for the semi-final. It's going to take some effort, isn't it, in the second half from London Lionesses to come back from 2-0 down when I think they only had 1 shot on target in that first half, didn't they? Not that we had lots and lots, but we were definitely in control. And hopefully we can regain that control in the second half and score a few more goals. Lotta Rubenmoy now in possession, touches the ball back to Manu Zinsberger midway inside the Arsenal half. Plays out to this near side, Leia Cadena. And she plays it square to Lotta Rubenmoy. Played a minute of the second half still. London City 0, Arsenal 2. And Arsenal looking for more goals. That ball played out to that far side. That's a good ball. Steph Catley's going to keep that in. Can she get the cross in? Instead, she plays it back to Caitlin Ford. Now it's with Leah Volti. She touches it back to Lotta Rubenmoy. Strides forward. Good play from Lotta again. Finds Caitlin Ford right over on that far side. She touches the ball back. And now it's with Leia Cadena. She plays the ball up this near side. Chloe Lacasse, the first Arsenal goal scorer tonight. Important goal it was. Made the breakthrough. She's on the ball again on this near side. Chloe Lacasse touches it off to Katie McCabe. Looking for some movement ahead of her. Finds Chloe Lacasse again. Plays it up the line to Vicky Palova. Can she get a cross in? Plays it into the box. Kim Little couldn't quite get that ball. They don't really clear it away too well, London Lionesses. With Steph Catley. Played out to that far side. Now it's with Caitlin Ford. Plays the ball into the box into Stina. Does well. Stina holds it up well. Touches it off again to Lotta Rubenmoy. Looking for a cross. Instead plays it in to Kim Little. And Kim Little gives it back to Lotta. Not the greatest ball back. LG says Leah Volti had her best season in 18-19 under Joe. Viv was flying under Joe. Jordan Nobbs declined under Jonas. Ira Bocci lost a smile. Yeah, I mean, there's a few. I mean, obviously, I think Jordan Nobbs was maybe getting towards the end of her top level career anyway. I don't think that's necessarily Jonas's fault. You know, she was past her best when he came. I mean, obviously, the 18-19 season was, you know, all the players that played in that season were at the top of their game, weren't they? Let's be honest. Anyway, also coming forward now, Caitlin Ford over on that far side manages to keep the ball in, plays it back to Steph Catley. Can she get a cross in? Instead, she finds Caitlin Ford. We seem reluctant to get the ball into the box, don't we? But anyway, we are still in possession again. Leah Volti plays the ball to Leia Cadena. And now plays it forward up this near side to Chloe Lacasse. Can Chloe Lacasse get a cross in this time when he's in a box? Plays it back to Leia Cadena again. Now it's with Chloe Lacasse on the edge of the penalty area. Plays the ball square again. It's a lot of square sideways passing, isn't it? Lotto Wubermoy plays out to that far side to Caitlin Ford. Plays a 1-2 with Steph Catley. Can she get the cross in now? She does get the cross in. Stina's at the near post. Oh, it's good defending, actually. It's gone behind. In fact, it must have come off Stina. It's going to be a goal kick to London City Lionesses. And we have played 48.5 minutes. London City Lionesses 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal heading for the the semi-final of the Continental Cup. Of course, the competition that we won so brilliantly last season, that final. Oh, they're giving it away inside the box to Stina Blackstone. Couldn't quite get a shot away. And London City Lionesses are playing a risky game, aren't they? Playing it out from the back constantly. And the ball just keeps coming back. And Stina was almost in again. Couldn't quite get the final touch on there, could she? Wasn't quite going to happen for her, was it? Very close, though, to another goal for Arsenal. But London Lionesses now in possession. The ball's played back again. And the game's following a similar pattern to it did in the first half, isn't it? Arsenal with all the possession, all the passing, but without really threatening a goal too much at this moment in time. Vicky Palova's done well in midfield as usual. Touches the ball off to Leia Cadena. And now Arsenal coming forward again. Steph Catley over on that far side. Plays it forward to Caitlin Ford. And they've won it back again. Arsenal done well. Steph Catley, can she get a cross in? She's got two Lionesses defenders in front of her, so she plays it back instead to Caitlin Ford again. Oh, the referee gets in the way there. A lot of Wubermoy's pass, but Arsenal keep possession, so she allows play to go on. And now Arsenal go forward. Vicky Paloma on the edge of the box plays it in to Chloe Lacasse. Arsenal couldn't quite get the right final ball again. It's played out to that far side. Steph Catley finds Caitlin Ford on that far touchline. She's done well. Caitlin Ford puts a cross into the edge of the 6-yard box. They don't really clear it away. And the ball comes back to Kim Little, and still Lionesses can't clear the ball away. And still Arsenal can't get a shot away. Ball comes into the box again. Again, it's Chloe Lacasse. Kim Little in possession. Can we get a shot away now? Try to find Katie McKay, but it wasn't a great ball. And London Lionesses are going to come clear. In fact, Katie McKay's committed a foul, and she was running the wrath of a yellow card there. Anyway, it's now a free kick to London City Lionesses. We've played 51.5 minutes. In fact, there's an injury to an Arsenal player over on that far side. It looks like it's Caitlin Ford. And I think she's going to need some treatment here. And the medical team are coming back on. Let's hope it's nothing too serious for Caitlin Ford. LG says there, 95% of Lotta's game is top level. The 5% is what kills her. She reminds me of Gabrielle in the men's team. The WOB semi pretty much encapsulates her as a footballer, best player on her position. Yeah, no, I kind of agree with you. Yeah, she does tend to make some mistakes. You know, if you remember the Champions League semi-final last year, I thought she was brilliant in that game, and then in the 120th minute, she makes a terrible mistake, gives the ball away, and we get knocked out. And maybe you're right, maybe that is where she is. But yeah, she still doesn't make. She used to make a lot more. I thought she had concentration issues. She'd make a lot of silly little mistakes. Now she doesn't do as many, but yeah, still probably too many. You're right. Anyway, we're going to be making some substitutions now. Beth Mead is coming on. Frida Marnham is coming on, and Kyra Cooney-Cross is coming on. So 52 minutes in, and we're making these substitutions already. He doesn't make the substitutions this early in a WSL game, does he? Anyway, Vicky Palova's going off. She had a decent game again, didn't she? Nothing majorly spectacular, but she played well, as she has done most of the season. Who else is going off? Kim Little's going off as well, of course, just back from injury. and Kyra Cooney-Cross is going off, and it is also Caitlin Ford going off as well. And the substitutions now have been made. So Beth Mead's coming on, Vicky Palova's gone off, Frida Marnham's come on, and Kim Little's gone off, and Caitlin Ford has gone off, and Kyra Cooney-Cross has come on. So they're your 3 substitutions very early in this second half. Let's see what difference they make. So I'm guessing Leah Voltis took the captain's armband. Actually, I didn't actually see. I know it'll be Katie McKay, won't it? Of course. Katie McKay will have the captain's armband on. Unless, of course, Leah Williamson comes on later, then I'm sure she'll take it back again as she had it, of course, at the weekend. You know, Katie McCabe has got the captain's armband on. She just did a captain's tackle there, and Beth Mead helped her out. But it's a throw to Lionesses on this near side. Emma McCandy puts the ball in. In fact, it's come off Beth Mead. It's going to be a corner to London City. Now, should they get a goal back, it could be interesting, couldn't it? Because we do tend to concede some daft goals. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was to happen. But anyway, let's hope it's not from this corner, which the captain is going to take. Louis Joel is going to take this corner for London City Lionesses from this near side. LG says, I think that's why Serena still doesn't trust her. Just she has those bozo moments to be trusted, and she's had those moments even this season. Yeah, she has, but then you say that, but then, you know, Serena's picked Esme Morgan, and you can't tell me Esme Morgan is better than Lotta, because she's not. And she makes mistakes as well. She, you know, so I don't know. I don't quite understand why that's happened. You know, Jess Carter, you know, she's got mistakes in her as well, hasn't she? And yet Serena trusts her more. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure if that's just the reason. I agree with her. She does make some silly mistakes at times still. But so do the other players that's getting more game time for England instead of her. So I don't know if that's just the reason. That's what I mean. I'm not sure. But anyway, she's in the squad again. Let's see if she gets any minutes in these 2 games coming up for the England Lionesses, not the London Lionesses, of course, who are playing tonight. Katie McCabe's going to take this throw, though, from this near side for Arsenal. Throws it up this near sideline. Looks for Stina. Can't quite get it under control, Stina. But Arsenal do win possession again. Leah Volti, that's a good ball to Chloe Lacasse. Plays it on over on that far side to Steph Catley. Chloe Lacasse has moved over to the left. Beth Mead on the right. That's how we're lining up. Of course, Stina still in the centre. Leah Cadena now bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Plays out to this near side to Katie McCabe. And Kyra Cooney-Cross is linking up with Beth Mead. And now Katie McCabe trying to bring the ball forward. A couple of little twists and turns. And was she fouled? Referee says no, she's gone down, Katie McCabe. And London Lionesses can clear the ball away. That's a good defensive header there from Leah Cadena. Oh, and Arsenal giving the ball away, Leah Volti. Oh, that wasn't a great ball, though. And Manu Disberg is out of a penalty area to clear that away. And now suddenly Stina's in behind the London Lionesses defence on this near side. Stina's got Beth Mead inside the penalty area. Pulls the ball back to the edge of the box. It was flicked on. It's come to Beth Mead. It's going to come all the way across to Chloe Lacasse. Chloe Lacasse finishing it off. It is 3-0. Chloe Lacasse's second goal. That's a lovely counter-attack that is there from Arsenal. We've gone from defence to attack, and it's led to another... And if we wasn't sure before that we'd made it through, we are sure now. It is London Lionesses 0, Arsenal 3. And Stina Blackstenius has been helped in all 3 goals. It was her assist for the first one. She got brought down for the penalty for the second. She pulled the ball back there. It was flicked on by Beth Mead, flicked on again by Frida Marnham. And coming in at the far post, Chloe Lacasse buried it in the top corner. That's a great goal. And it is 3-0 to Arsenal. Terry says, Chloe. LG says, don't forget, Laura's 25 now, not a young prospect anymore. Absolutely, yeah. Mr. Big Pierce says, do you rate Sonia Bompasta? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. He says, would you be worried if Sonia Bompasta goes? Well, whoever goes to Chelsea's got a great team of players, haven't they? And they're going to get a top manager. So, yeah, of course we'll be worried. But let's see whether Arsenal might have a new manager next season as well. Donkey says, Sonia Bompasta beat a Barca side in the Champions League final. Indeed, she did. Little Cubby says, why doesn't he play her more? That is a good question. Donkey says, because he's a clown. Well, that could be the answer. Roger says, okay, so Chloe go for the hat-trick. Tal says, Chloe really rocked that one. Yeah, she did. It was a great finish, wasn't it? Top corner, bang. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, Leah Cadena is now bringing the ball forward and plays it in to Beth Mead, but her touch is not great. It's gone out for a throw on this near side to London Lionesses. You do feel that this game is now over. London Lionesses, great cup run that they've had, but it's all coming to an end for them tonight. And Arsenal are marching on to the semi-final, of course. Mr. Big Pierce says the unpopular opinion: Sonia Bonpasta is a better coach than Emma Hayes. Oh, that's it. I wouldn't say it's not necessarily unpopular. It's a controversial opinion, maybe, and not a lot of people would necessarily agree with her. But let's see if she does take over at Chelsea. We'll find out, won't we? Greg says, let's hope the floodgates open now. Yeah, I mean, I think they will. We said before that we London Lionesses are going to get tired. They've had a lot of defending to do. It's never easy, is it, when you're defending for so long in a game without the ball? It's 10 times harder, isn't it? And I'm sure they will run out of legs a little bit. Anyway, Kyra Cooney cross now, bringing the ball forward. That pass was deflected. Almost fell Stina Blackstenius' way, but not quite. And now London Lionesses are trying to bring the ball clear, but Frida Marnham is battling away to try and win it back. And she's won the throw, is she? No, she hasn't. It's gone to the Lionesses. London Lionesses 0, Arsenal 3. And we've played nearly an hour here at Prince's Park in Dartford, the home, of course, of Dartford. And it isn't a great pitch, let's be honest. It is not a great pitch at all, is it? I don't think that's helped the flow of the game and the flow of the football, to be honest with you. But anyway, Arsenal winning 3-0, and that is the only thing that matters in these cup games, isn't it? That we win the game. Anyway, Lotta's done really well again, actually brings the ball forward. Now it's with Chloe Lacasse on that far side. She's on a hat-trick, of course, as we said. Now it's with Stina. She'd love to get a goal herself, wouldn't she? She's had a hand in all 3 of the goals. Now Frida Marnham's going to try a shot from distance. Not a bad effort. Always going over the top, though. And maybe there was better options on. But Frida will have a shot, won't she? She's not frightened of having a shot from distance. Miss Pinksock says Chloe's having a game. She is indeed. Donkey says Jonas better hopes he beats Man U. If we lose, are only 1 point behind. Indeed. LG says anyone who replaces Emma Hayes has a tough job on their hands. It's like replacing Ferguson. It is, yeah. And I think Chelsea will get a top manager. There's no doubt about that, isn't there? But I say we may have a different manager next season the way things are going. You never know, dear. But let's see what happens. Anyway, London City Lionesses is trying to come forward up this near side, but Beth Mead wins the ball back, fires at Leah Cadena. That wasn't a great ball, though, actually. And London City Lionesses have picked up possession again, and the ball goes back to the goalkeeper. Regis says there, just a question, because Stina won the penalty, does she get credit for the assist? No, you don't get an assist for a penalty because technically it's a different phase of play, isn't it? The first phase of play is getting fouled and then the game stops and it's a set piece. So you don't get an assist, unfortunately, for winning a penalty. I believe you should do, but you don't. Anyway, that's the rules. Anyway, Stina's in possession over on that far side, finds Chloe Lacasse, who has been the difference maker in this game, you have to say. With her 2 goals, put us in control. And now we're looking for more goals. We've played 61 minutes. London Lionesses 0, Arsenal 3. And you do expect some more goals to come as well, don't you, before the end of this game. Maybe there'll be one now. Leah Volte's picked up possession, pings the ball up this near side. It's a great ball. Beth Mead's got a little bit of space just inside the penalty. Pings the ball across the box. Oh, Chloe Lacasse was coming in, looking for that hat-trick. Couldn't quite get a touch on it. And that would have been a great moment for her, but wasn't quite able to get there. LG says, even Man U fans think Mark Skinner is wasting their squad and players with his rigid tactics. Yeah, I know he comes in for a lot of stick, doesn't he? And he's going to have to start doing a bit more, isn't he? Otherwise, his job won't last much longer either, will it? But anyway, Arsenal back in possession. Katie McCabe inside the centre circle. And Arsenal now knocking the ball around. Miss Pinksock's it was close there, wasn't it, for Chloe to get that hat-trick. I'm sure she'll get other opportunities. And Arsenal coming forward now. Steph Catley over on that far side finds Chloe Lacasse. Steph Catley gets it back. Oh, good defending actually again from London City Lionesses, but they've given the ball away. They do like to try and play out from the back, don't they? And it has cost them possession on quite a number of occasions. Anyway, Kyra Cooney cross. What a run this is. This will be a great goal. She finds Steph Catley instead. Plays it into Stina at the near post. Good defending again by the London Lionesses. Donkey says El Sakiko between Jonas and Skinner. Well, it could be on Sunday, couldn't it? Whoever loses that game is going to be under pressure, aren't they? Because the top 3 will be very difficult. Anyway, Frida Minor has done really well here. Finds Beth Mead on this near side. Beth Mead cuts infield, and she's got a couple of runners ahead of her, but she finds Kyra Cooney cross instead. Now Katie McCabe finds Leia Cadena, and Beth Mead gets the ball out to Lotta Woobermoy. Again, it's a lot of Arsenal possession, but without really getting in behind. Chloe Lacasse does a little pirouette and then finds Beth Mead. Square ball to Leia Cadena. LG says, I really want a female manager for a change. It'll benefit the goals a lot. If there's one that's good enough, then I'd agree. Anyway, suddenly Frida Minham's in issue. No, she's not, because Emma McCundy's there to play that action in another corner to Arsenal. I mean, I don't really care whether the manager's a male or female, as long as they're a great manager, the best manager for the job. That's what I want to see. And that's all the time. I just want the best people doing the job. If it's a woman, brilliant. If it's a man, brilliant. I don't care. Whoever's going to be the best person to take the team forward, that's what we need to be looking at. And there's not too many top female managers, is there? Certainly not in the WSL. So I don't know. Are we going to find one? Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal, which Steph Catley's going to take from this near side. In swinger with that left foot. Here's an in swinger to the near post. Wasn't a great corner, though. And easily cleared away by the Lionesses. Danielle Carter's attempted clearance has just been blocked. And it's going to be a throw to London City Lionesses on this near side. Danielle Carter scored against us, didn't she? Was it when she played for Brighton? Was that last season? Or was it the season before? I can't remember now. I remember when she scored against us, though. Anyway, the ball's headed forward by Beth Mead, but again, London clear away, but not for long. Frida Minham now on this near side. You've got Beth Mead gone outside. I tried a little back heel to put her in, but didn't come off. But Katie McCabe's picked the ball out now. It's Kyra Cooney cross. Tries to play the ball forward there. It's deflected. Comes back to her, though. The young Australian. Well, that wasn't a great ball from Katie McCabe, actually. But Arsenal have managed to win it back. And now Leah Volti just slows the play down. Plays it back to Leia Cadena. Donkey says, Sean Dyche is available once Everton gets relegated. Well, yeah, he probably will be. Donkey says, we'll play a good old Route 1 football. Indeed, we will. Oh, a little cubby says, yeah, me too. I don't care which gender they are, as long as they do the business for us. Exactly, yeah. That's what it's all about, isn't it? And that ball there wasn't a great ball, though, and it's gone out of play. It's going to be a goal kick to the London Lionesses. LG says, whoever loses between Jonas and Skinner is probably getting sacked, let's be honest. Yeah, I think not necessarily after the game on Sunday, but certainly by the end of the season, you do feel, don't you? Greg says, I think the problem is the players are looking at the subs bench and waiting to be taken off because we don't have a settled side. Well, yeah, maybe that's part of it, yeah. Terry says, I don't care who the manager is as long as we're winning things again. Exactly, yeah, I think we all feel that, don't we, really? It doesn't matter who they are as long as they do the job. Anyway, Beth Mead now looking to do her job on this near side for Arsenal. Catches the ball off to Katie McCabe. Is she going to try a banger from distance? No, she's not. I think she thought about it and changed her mind. And it's now back with Lotta Woobermoy. Now it's with Steph Catley on that far side. And it's now gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Gregory says Meadow Park is patio. I mean, it looks like Meadow Park, doesn't it? Because there's all Arsenal fans everywhere. It's like a home game, isn't it? Stina's done well. Finds Leia Cadena. Dinks a ball over the top, but it's not accurate enough. And it's gone into the arms of goalkeeper Maloney. We've played 66, 67 minutes. So midway through this second half, it is Arsenal 3-0 up. We've just did that one goal so far in the second half. Chloe Lacasse with a great goal to make it 3-0. And yeah, let's see if we can add some more goals in the last 25 minutes or so that remain. And Chloe Lacasse will be desperate for at least one more to complete her hat-trick. And it will be a decent hat-trick as well if she can get it, won't it? Anyway, it's now with goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger finds Leia Cadena. Lotta Woobermoy plays it to Steph Catley, gets it back again. Knocks it into midfield to Kyra Cooney, cross, touches it off to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger again. Again, Arsenal keeping possession, but in their own half. Little Kobe says, by the way, I'm back from Australia now and I'll be at the Emirates on Saturday. Oh, fantastic. You're going to enjoy that. And Jazz will be there, so if you see him, say hello. Donkey says, as Jonas banished Amanda, haven't seen a few games. She's ill. That's why you've not seen her. She's not been fit. LG says, I never imagined a world where the women's team causes me more misery than the men's. It's usually the other way around. You know, I was thinking that at the weekend when obviously the Arsenal women lost and then the men put in that brilliant performance, and that's happened 2 weekends running now. It's a strange world, yeah. Anyway, Beth Mead now tried to thread that ball through to Steen. It wasn't a great ball there, was it? And it's rolled through to the goalkeeper. Terry says, I think we should bring Super Gem back. Well, maybe, yeah. Greg says, more subs in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be. Anyway, Arsenal now trying to press again high up the pitch. And Katie McCabe wins the ball back. That's what she's good at. She finds Beth Mead. Can Arsenal get a fourth goal here? Leah Volti maybe thought about a shot of plays the ball. It's a good ball. Beth Mead. Can she get the ball across? Steena's in the box. Oh, it was good defending again from London Lionesses. It's going to be a corner and almost another goal there for Arsenal, which would have put the seal on this victory for Arsenal and a place in that semi-final where Aston Villa will be visiting Meadow Park for a place in the final. Wow, that's going to be good, isn't it? Another cup final, 2 in a row. Katie McCabe does try a banger. It's deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper. The deflection took all of the power out of that shot as Katie was winding one of those up with her left foot. She does love those shots, doesn't she? But that one didn't quite hit the spot, did it? Anyway, Emma McCundy now has got a little bit of pressure. Plays the ball back to the goalkeeper. Grace Maloney. Wasn't a great clearance, actually. And that's happened a few times in this game for London City Lionesses. And Frida Marnham trying a little trick. But the ball's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. And we're going to see some more substitutions now. Russo is coming on. Alessia Russo is coming on for Arsenal. Is it going to be Steena to go off? If Steena was to go off, one, I'll be very disappointed. And two, I mean, it's the first game she started this season that she hasn't scored in. But she had a big part to play. It's Steena going off. She had a big part to play in the goals. And Alessia Russo is now coming on. Why not play Steena for the full game? You don't start her enough, mate. Why not play her the full game? Try and let's see if you can get a goal, bring her confidence back. Again, not great management for me. He's so desperate to play Russo as much as he can, isn't he? He doesn't like leaving her out at all. Anyway, Steena played well, I thought, today. She had a big part in all 3 goals. Didn't get one herself, but sometimes as a striker, you know, yes, you always want to score, but if you're helping to create goals, I'm sure you've got to be happy. Miss Pinkshot says, okay, Russo, nice header, please. We'll see. Be nice for her to get a goal, obviously. Because she's not scored enough, has she, this season? There's no doubt about that. That's not, you can't really argue with that. She hasn't scored enough goals this season. Anyway, Lotta Wubermoy now plays the ball up this near side to Leia Kadena. Now we're into the last 20 minutes here at Prince's Park. Arsenal London City Lionesses 0, Arsenal 3. And Arsenal looking for more goals here. It's been a comfortable possession. Little Cubby says, I love Steena. I wish he'd play more too. Yeah, I really do. I really do. She definitely not starting on Saturday, is she? Absolutely not. Terry says, why is he not getting Russo and Steena to play more together? Bad decision. Yeah, I think it's a bad decision. I think it's a bad decision to take Steena off. You know, she doesn't play enough. Let her play the full game. In the end, she's bound to get a goal against a tiring defence. And then that gives her more confidence, doesn't it? I don't understand why he's took her off. Unless he's intending to start her on Saturday. He wants to give her a rest because he's going to play a Saturday maybe. Who knows? We won't know, of course, until 11:30 on Saturday morning when the team's announced. But anyway, Glenn says, yeah, I don't understand why he doesn't play Russo and Steena from time to time. Russo would suit the 10 role and Marnham has been severely lacking form all season. Yeah, I agree. Little Covey agrees with Terry as well. Yeah, I think we all do. Anyway, Beth Mead now on this near side. Plays a crossfield ball to Lotta Wubermoy. And again, Arsenal going sideways and backwards rather than forwards. Rajesh says there sometimes Jonas is subs, but yeah, and me. I think they all of us, don't they? We don't. It's just sometimes don't understand them, do we? Yeah, it makes them too late. He makes the wrong substitutions. They don't make any sense, do they? Jeffrey says, I agree with Terry. Yeah, I think we all do. Yeah, I think we definitely all do. Anyway, Arsenal are coming forward now with Leia Kadena. Plays the ball square to Lotta Wubermoy. Everyone is in that London Lionesses half. Now the ball's played out to that far side to Steph Catley. Finds Kyra Cooney cross. Plays the ball square to Laika Dana again, very far forward for the central defender. Finds Katie McCabe on this near side. She's going to line up across with her left foot. Finds Beth Mead instead. Now it's with Frida Mine, and Beth's gone outside. Frida used her as a decoy, then puts a cross in. Header comes in. Oh, it's a goal. Russo scored with pretty much her first touch. Poor goalkeeping, has to be said. And Russo has got herself a goal. And we said, didn't we, keep Stina on against a tiring defence and she'll probably get a goal. Russo's come on against a tiring defence and she's got a goal. And it was a decent header. It's a good play from Frida Marnham, actually. She used Beth Mead as a decoy. That's a good cross. And Russo there, the goal, we should save it, let's be honest. It's straight at her. She's pushed it into the net. We don't care. We've got another goal. It is 4-0. And Arsenal are in the semi-final of that cup competition that we won last year. And now London Lionesses are making some substitution of their own. In fact, they're making three changes here in the final 15 minutes. And you can understand why. Emma McCundy is one of the players going off, actually. We've just seen her go off. Roger says, Miss Pink Socks. But yeah, you did say a good header, didn't you? I told you. Yeah, you was right. You did say a good header. It wasn't a great header, but it went in. That's the main thing, isn't it? A little cubby says, I did as soon as I joined in. Terry says, Russo, Stina's rubbish. Great decision by Jonas. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how things work out, isn't it? Anyway, it is 4-0. London City Lionesses have made 3 substitutions of their own. Cornish Gunnar says, Russo is a Rolls Royce of a player. No, she's a very good player, there's no doubt about it. Anyway, Arsenal going for looking for another goal here. The shot comes in from Frida Marnham, and the goalkeeper this time manages to make the save. The shot was straight out, to be fair. I'll hit the like button. Oh, that's what you did you? Yeah, good stuff. I hope everyone hit the like button. Give us a like. Let's get those likes up, shall we? And if you are new, please consider subscribing as well, because we do love to cover the Arsenal women's games indeed. And we'll be here on Saturday. It will be a Friday night, of course, for the Arsenal women's show and weekly look at what's going on in the world of the Arsenal women. So that's going to be good. So join us on Friday at 7:30 for that. Of course, Saturday, 12:15, we'll be here for the big game. Of course, the big game, Arsenal women against Manchester United from the Emirates Stadium, almost sold out Emirates Stadium. So let's see how that one goes. Mr. Big Pierce says, your prediction for Chelsea women versus Man City. I mean, we're gonna sort of be keeping updated on that game on Friday's show. I think I'm going to go for a draw, mainly because I want it to be a draw, not because I necessarily think it will be a draw. I want it to be a draw. It was a draw last time, wasn't it? That strange game when Man City had half their team sent off, and there was about 50 minutes of stoppage time, and Chelsea scored at the end, didn't they, to get a draw? I've got a feeling it'll be a draw again. I'm going to go 1-1, but no one will be surprised if Chelsea win. Let's be honest. But I want a draw, so I'm going to predict a draw. And I say we'll keep an eye on that during the show on Friday, and keep you updated with any goals and stuff that's happening, which is going to be rather good. And I say Saturday lunchtime, the big game from the Emirates. Wow. Terry says Salty losing 3-1. I think that's more hope than expectation, though, isn't it? Let's be honest. Chelsea don't lose many at home, do they? And although Man City are a good side, they've just come away. They've just won at Arsenal. Are they going to go away and win at Chelsea 2 weeks running? I would say probably not. But I'd like it. I'd like it to happen. Donkey says 60k witnessing Jonas getting sacked. Well, I'm sure he's not going to get sacked on Saturday, regardless of the result. I mean, I suppose if we were to lose 4-0 or something ridiculous, maybe. But I just feel that, now we're in the semi-final of this cup, I don't think they're going to sack him anyway. But anyway, let's see. Little Curry says, we won't win the WSL, so I want City to win because I love Chloe, Lauren and Alex. Yeah, I mean, they do have a lot of our favourite Lionesses players, don't they, Man City? And I've got nothing particularly against them, to be honest with you. And yes, let's face it, if we can't win the league, I'm sure we would all rather Man City won it than Chelsea. Absolutely. But I personally can't see City beating Chelsea on Friday. I just can't see it personally, but I say I'd be happy with a draw because it means they both drop points, and then who knows? It doesn't seem likely we can win the league. I agree, but if that game was a draw, we then somehow find a miracle form and manage to beat Chelsea and Manchester City away from home. then suddenly we're right back in it, aren't we? You know, so who knows? Who knows? Obviously, we still need them to drop other points elsewhere, but um, you know, we can only win our games, can't we? That's all we can do. But we have to win Saturday first, because otherwise it's not going to work, is it? Anyway, Laika now plays the ball forward. Up this near side, it is Katie McCabe. Tries to play the ball square. She does play the ball square to Frida Myra, giving it away. And suddenly now, well, that was optimistic inside her own half. Yes, Manu Dinsberger's miles off her line, but you're not going to beat it with a p-rolling shot like that, are you? Raja says, I feel he shouldn't be sacked until the end of the season. If results go against their favour, no option. Bye-bye, Yanis. Yeah, I don't think he will be sacked till the end of the season anyway. It's not an Arsenal way, is it, to sack a manager midway through the season? Terry says, I agree, little cubby. I love Lauren Havertz James. I think it was Lauren Hemp actually that we were referring to there, who is a brilliant footballer, isn't she? And certainly one of my favourite Lionesses, Lauren Hemp, by an absolute mile. She's a brilliant player. I love watching her play. Not so much for Man City, which is playing against Arsenal, but certainly for England Lionesses. And of course, we'll be able to watch England Lionesses. Might be a couple of games later this month as well, which is good, isn't it? Now we've got over the disappointment of that defeat. Not defeat to Scotland, but getting knocked out of the Nations League. Well, Daniel Carter's done well over on that far side. Plays the ball in there, but Katie McCabe's there with a sensible little header down to Laika. They're into the last 11 minutes here. It is easily Arsenal through to the semi-final, as we expected. Jeffrey says their biggest problem this season is we make a lot of chances, but nobody wants to shoot in front of goal. Absolutely, yeah. That is a problem. It's only really Frida Minor and Katie McCabe that have a shot. Little Cubby says, yes, Hemp, of course. Mr. Big Pierce says, who is a better player, Lauren James or Lauren Hemp? For me, Lauren Hemp, but that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, a lot of people would probably say Lauren James. I love the way Lauren Hemp plays. I think he's brilliant. Anyway, Frida Minor does try a shot there from the edge of the box. It's blocked. Comes back out to Chloe Lacasse. Still got time for that hat-trick, hasn't she? Would be the second hat-trick in this competition in consecutive games for an Arsenal player, following Steeners in the last game against Reading, of course. And there's still time. There's 10 minutes left for her to get a hat-trick. Jeffrey says Lauren James. Little Cubby says Hemp all day long. It's a tough one, isn't it? I don't know whether or not she's a better player or not, Lauren Hemp. I just prefer Lauren Hemp as a player. I like watching her play more. Lauren James is a little bit too inconsistent and a little bit too petulant for me. But anyway, that's obviously just my personal opinion. Miss Pinksross has got Hempo as well. And London City Lionesses are making another change, and so are Arsenal, actually. And it's going to be Vivienne Leeuw's coming on, which is going to be, it's her debut, I think, isn't it? It'll be her debut. This is a big moment, isn't it, for a young Arsenal player from the academy? Donkey says, when we're playing Chloe for the full 90, guess she won't be starting again. Is she not available? Is she not going to the Cup? Anyway, Danielle Carter's just gone off for London City Lionesses. Of course, a former Arsenal player, won the FA Cup, didn't she? Katie McCabe is now going off for Vivienne Leeuw, is just going on, making her debut. Good to see another young player coming through, getting into the first team. And it's a nice option to come on, isn't it, when you're 4-0 up? Gregory says, who would you trade Hemp for? Who would I trade her for? Caitlin Ford. Sorry, Caitlin, I love you, but yeah, if I could get him, I would. Anyway, Russo now. Russo now finds Beth Mead on the edge of the penalty area. And now it's with Chloe Lacasse, who's come over to this near side. Now it's with Cooney Cross, finds Chloe Lacasse again, and it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Greg says Hemp has got too greedy lately. Mr. Big Pierce says Hempo is inconsistent too. I think she's more. I think her performance levels are generally up there most weeks, whereas I think that Lauren James is a bit hit and miss at times. Anyway, Beth Mead with his cross towards the far post. It comes in from Lotta, Woburn wide, just wide. Big chance for Lotta to get herself on the score sheet. Connie Smith absolutely agree on him. Fantastic player. I just love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. Yeah, 100%. Little Cubby says, love Dan. Yeah, we all love Dan Carter, don't we? Do you remember that goal against, was it Chelsea in the cup final, wasn't it? Won us the cup. That's the last time we won the FA Cup, actually, talking about that. Daniel Carter scored the winning goal. That's how long ago it was that we last won the FA Cup. And we're not going to win it this year either, are we? Having lost on Saturday. Anyway, Russo now getting involved in the play, fires Leah Volti. Donkey says, Chloe and Sabrina are allowed to stay for the Man United. Oh, are they? Oh, okay, that's good news then. Anyway, the youngster over on that far side does well. Plays the ball back to Lotta Wilbermoy. She gets it back again. Leah lays it back off to Lotta Wilbermoy again. And now it's with Leah Cadena. And now it's back with Lotta Wilbermoy into 83 minutes played. And that's with Leah Cadena again. Arsenal going to get a 5th goal in the closing stages. Beth Mead, she'd love to get a goal, wouldn't she? She's done well. Beth Mead plays the ball into the box. Russo with a lovely turn. A lovely turn. Oh, good defensive tackle again. I tell you what, London Lionesses have defended well tonight. They've conceded 4 goals, but you have to say they have defended well. Jeffrey says, I like Emily Fox, and she's a good player. No, she's a brilliant player. She's been a brilliant player. Little Cubby says, and no one put a ball in like Chloe Kelly. Yeah, Chloe Kelly is obviously great as well. But yeah, they would love to see. Well, obviously, Chloe Kelly was at Arsenal, wasn't she, back in the day? Wouldn't mind seeing her back at Arsenal again. Lauren Hemm's one player for me. I said that 2 years ago that I would love Arsenal to have signed her. She would have been, you know, at that time I thought she was like the missing piece, really. But anyway, we're not probably going to get her, are we? Anyway, Leah Cadena now bringing the ball forward, finds Beth Mead. And again, a lot of Arsenal possession. We must have had 80% possession in this game. We haven't really created. I know we scored 4 goals, but we haven't created a bundle of chances, have we? We've not like missed a load because we haven't had a lot, have we? We took the chances that we've had, which is a positive, I suppose. But I'd like to see us creating more, if I'm honest. I'd like to see us creating more. Anyway, Leonardo Yax over on that far side tries to go around the outside, showing some good pace there, and good strength as well, but a little bit too much. And it is going to be a free kick to London Lionesses into the last 5 minutes here at Prince's Park. It is London Lionesses nil, Arsenal 4. A comfortable, comprehensive Arsenal victory tonight, as expected. What was needed, of course, after the last 2 results. And it'll give us a little bit of a G up, won't it, ahead of the weekend. A massive game, of course, against Manchester United on Saturday lunchtime. Terry says, I would give Chelsea, Russo, Steiner, Leah Williamson, Mido and Viv to have Elder Havas. No, you wouldn't. Don't be silly. Mr. Big Bear says, which Arsenal player would you take? Which player would you take from Chelsea or Man City? Who would I take from Chelsea? I'll tell you what I'd take from Chelsea. I don't know, only a short-term thing. I'll probably take Millie Bright because her and Leah Williamson would be a great partnership, wouldn't they? So I'll probably take her. Man City. Well, I'll tell you what I'll take from Man City. Their goalkeeper, that Keating, she was brilliant the other day, and we've got issues goalkeeping-wise, haven't we? Well, Donkey's gone the same. Mutovic, Glenn's gone. Guru Wright is a good player. But yeah, I always look at it. I look at the areas in our team that we could do with strengthening. And Guru Wright is a good player, but it's not really an area of the team that we're short of. We need a goalkeeper. So Muzovic is a great shout. I personally would maybe go for Kiara Keating just because she's a young goalkeeper that I think's got a big future ahead of her. Little Cubby says, yes, Bright with Leah work. Well, it does, doesn't it? It's a proven thing, isn't it? You know, to make another substitution, London Lionesses now. Farrelly's coming on for them. Right, and him. Yeah, I would see again. I would take him, although again, it's not necessarily an area of the team that I think we're necessarily weak in. We've got options there, you know, with Chloe can play on that left-hand side. We've got Caitlin Ford, obviously, who can play on that left-hand side. But yeah, Glenn says a good point. We're still hoping we can pinch Ertz for keeper. It would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, yeah, Cuthbert. To be honest with you, yeah, Cuthbert would be a good signing. And also, I know Andreas loves Frank Kirby. I just think she's too injury prone for me. She doesn't play enough games, and she's got a few other issues off the pitch. You know, mental health issues and stuff, which maybe prevent her playing as many games as she should do. So I don't think she would necessarily be a player that we should be looking at buying or bringing in if we were going to get any Chelsea player. Guru Wright is a great player, don't get me wrong. I think she's brilliant. Jeffrey says James and Earps. Well, Earps plays for Man United, not Man City. Greg says Chelsea haven't got any player better than ours. They probably haven't, actually, apart from the goalkeeper, maybe. I think they've got a better goalkeeper than ours. Chloe Lacasse has just been fouled on this near side. She's been in the wars a bit tonight, hasn't she, Chloe Lacasse? But she's scored 2 goals. The first 2 goals, well, the 2 of the first 3 goals, which was so important. But just says, I say Chloe Kelly and Lauren James, old girls back to old home. No, indeed, yeah, of course, they both did play for Arsenal. Just a yellow card there for the defender there for London City Lionesses for that foul. It was Cowan, it was, for that foul there on Chloe Lacasse. It was okay anyway, which seems the funny side of it. Little Cubby says, I really wish we could get Earps. Yeah, well, let's hope in the summer maybe. Terry says, I wouldn't take anyone from Chelsea. We have better players. Yeah, we probably do. Comedy School says, Kirby is fading. Yeah, she is definitely, yeah. I know Andreas really likes her. And she's a great player on her day, of course, but yeah, not our best anymore. Mr. Biggs, I'm sure I'm grateful for your interaction with me. No, it was great to have you. Great to have you with us. I love your comments. It's been great. It's always good when people want to come in and have a chat to us. Glenn says Kerr is different class as a striker. To be fair, Russo has fantastic technical ability, but Kerr is a goal machine. She is, yeah. I don't particularly like Sam Kerr though. I just don't really like her. She is a great player, of course. She scores lots and lots of goals, but again, I don't think that's an area of the team that we need to strengthen necessarily, is it? I don't think it is personally. We've got Russo, we've got Stina, we've got goals in this team, haven't we? Chloe can score lots of goals, Beth scores goals, we've got Viv, of course, record ever goal scorer. So, it's not a goal scorer that we necessarily need, is it? I think it's other areas of the pitch I would strengthen. But I kind of agree. I don't think Chelsea have necessarily. Yeah, Sam Kerr's probably the standout one. They haven't really got better players now, so have they? I don't think they've maybe got a better manager, and that's maybe the key. I think they've had better players than us in the past. There's going to be 6 minutes of stoppage time, which we've just got into now. Mr. Big P says, you're the best channel for women's football. Well, thank you very much. I mean, we try our best to bring as much good coverage of women's football as we can. And Arsenal going to score another goal. It's hit the bar. Oh, there's a header there from that free kick. I'm not sure it was. It hit the bar, actually. Russo puts a cross back in towards the far post. Was that Chloe Lacasse with that header? If it was, she's probably not going to get a chance for a hat-trick now, is she? It was a free kick from over on that far side from Beth Mead. A great delivery it was. It was a header came in. I'm not sure. We've got a header on it, actually, that hit the bar. Was it Lotta Wuben-Moy, perhaps? Or was it Chloe Lacasse? Anyway, hit the top of the crossbar and Russo couldn't quite get the rebound in. And Beth Mead's put a cross in again, but the goalkeeper's come and claimed this one. And we've played a minute now of stoppage time. 1 minute of the 6 to be played. And Little Cubby says, I don't like her either or LJ. No, I don't like them. I don't like the way that they play. I don't like them as, their personalities maybe. But yeah, they're very good players, of course. But apart from Sam Kerr, I don't think Lauren James is better than anyone that we've got currently. So I wouldn't take her, no. I wouldn't take her with what we've got, no. Kerr looks good at the front of that Chelsea team, but so would many others. Yeah, maybe that's true. Although she's not bad for Australia either, is she, to be fair? So I'm not necessarily sure if that's the only reason. Roger says, Terry, we have better players, but sad the finishing and defending is at times worse. Yeah, I think Chelsea are better defensively than us, and at the moment, aren't they? They've got more stability, definitely. Terry says, when playing Chelsea, you are taking on the ref and 2 linesmen. Well, yeah, maybe a little bit. Gregory says we need better defence. Yeah, we need a better defence and goalkeeper. Absolutely, we do. That's I would look at Chelsea and Man City and Alex Greenwood. What a great player she would be. A great signing she would be. A Man City player, wouldn't she? So yeah, that would be the area I'd look at personally. I think midfield and up front, I think we're fine if we can get them to play properly together, which is maybe a management issue rather than a player issue. But anyway, Arsenal are coming forward now. Leo over on that far side. Can she get this ball in? She's done well, the youngster. Or a nice little trick as well. Lovely ball as well, actually, to Kyra Cooney-Cross. Kyra Cooney-Cross inside the area, plays the ball across. Oh, it's into the arms of the goalkeeper. Alessia Russo couldn't quite get on the end of that. Lovely player from the youngster Vivian Leo over on that far side. Lovely ball as well to Kyra Cooney-Cross. And there you go. Little Cubby says, I agree with that too, Terry. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a fact, isn't it? Let's be honest. But I seem to remember that game at Kings Meadow, was it the season before last, when Leah Williamson got away with that handball? That should have been a penalty to Chelsea at the end of that game that we drew 0-0. So maybe we got a bit lucky there. I think there was an offside goal at the Emirates. Beth Mead scored in Jonas's first game. Do you remember when she was offside? And so we've had a few decisions go away against Chelsea as well, haven't we? We've had a couple of penalties in recent games against them as well. Little Cubby says Alex Green was one of the very best players in the world. Oh yeah, she's brilliant. Yeah, she's brilliant. I would like to see her. A left-footed central defender as well that I feel gives you good balance. A right foot and a left foot, I think, is the best balance to have as a central defensive partnership. And of course, Leah Williamson is going to be our number one, isn't she? And Alex Greenwood alongside. Of course, they play together for England. Again, it's players that work together, don't they? Know each other's game. I think that's important. Relationships in the team. Maybe that's something that this team's been lacking, because we you know, it's a lot of new players and there's a few changes here and there for the cup games, and we're not maybe building those relationships in the team. Maybe that's why we're not quite gelling yet. But then, you know, Jonas is criticised for not making changes in the WSL, and that's how you build the relationships, isn't it? So it's tough, isn't it? It's a difficult one. But anyway, we're into 4 minutes of stoppage time. They are also going to get a fifth goal. Will Chloe Lacasse get a hat-trick before the end of the game tonight? Anyway, the youngster Leah again over on that far. Oh, she tried another little trick. Certainly got a lot of confidence, hasn't she? She's tried two little tricks now. That one didn't quite come off. Greg says we've got the best central defender in the world with Williams. And we've got one of the best footballers in the world. Not only the best central defender in the world, I think she's one of the best footballers. Just as an overall footballer, she's brilliant. As we saw at the weekend against Man City, that was the one shining light for me. How brilliantly Williamson was in that game. Just outstanding. And it's good to have her back, and hopefully she'll be playing again at the weekend. Mr. Bigfoot says, what happened to Frida Marnham? Yeah, her form's gone down, hasn't it? You know, she's still got a few goals this season, but yeah, she's nowhere near the player she was last season when she had to come in for Viv, and she was brilliant, wasn't she? And she's not quite managed to push on this season and live up to that expectation maybe that she brought on herself by how well she played last year. And, you know, when you're a young player and you're developing, and she's still quite young, it's important, isn't it, to it's great having a good season, a breakthrough season, but you've got to back that up with another good season the season after. It's no good having one brilliant season and then being off it the next season. That's not what you need to do as a player, is it? You need to show that consistency, and hopefully she can get back to that form, because last season she was player of the season, wasn't she? She was brilliant. You know, scored all those goals. She was just a brilliant player. Anyway, the youngster Leah's done really well tonight since coming on. It's a good ball as well. Switch to play to Chloe Lacasse. If she's going to get a hat-trick, it's going to have to be this from this attack, because this should be the last attack of the game. We've played over 5 minutes of stoppage time and a 6. Kyra Cooney across Arsenal. Don't see any particular rush to get the ball in the box. It's been a comfortable victory. It hasn't been a great Arsenal performance, let's be honest. But we've got the job done, and I guess that's the most important thing. Steph cutting over on that far side. Will we get one more chance to get the ball in the box? Leah may try a cross here. She does try a cross. Header comes in from Russo, but she can't direct it onto the goal. It's gone wide, and you do feel that is going to be that. Raja says there, you talk about Frida. I visualise her goal against Bayern. Even Neuer wouldn't have struggled to say that. Yeah, that was a fantastic goal, wasn't it? It was brilliant. And she had a lot of moments like that, didn't she, last season, Frida? A lot of great goals, a lot of great performances. And yeah, it's a shame that she's not quite at that level this year. But anyway, it's a goal kick to London Lionesses. This will probably be the last action of the game. You do feel, in fact, we still play on. In fact, there goes the full-time whistle. Arsenal are through to the semi-final. We kind of expected that we would be, of course, away at a struggling championship team. It has finished London City Lionesses 0, Arsenal 4. Yes, we dominated the possession. You know, we scored some decent goals as well, but it wasn't the most fluid Arsenal performance, was it? Of course, we're a much better team. We should be. We expected to be, and we was, but not a fantastic performance. But we got the job done. We took a while, didn't we, to get that first goal? 38 minutes it took, and then it was a goal from a set piece. It was Katie McCabe's corner from the left-hand side, Stina Blackstenius' header, and Chloe Lacasse nodding it in from very, very close range to put us 1-0 up. And right on the stroke of half-time, we got the second goal. It was a penalty. Stina Blackstenius capitalised on a poor back pass, ran through, was brought down by the goalkeeper, and Kim Little slotted home a penalty. So that was 2-0 at half time. We were largely in control of the game anyway. Second half, we got the third goal quite early on. It was a good goal, actually, good counter-attack. Stina was involved on the near side. She pulled it back. It was played across the box. And in the end, it fell to Chloe Lacasse at the far post. She drilled it into the top corner for her second goal of the night. And that made it 3-0. And then just after coming on, Alessia Russo got the fourth goal. It was a header from a cross from Frida Marnham. And that made it 4-0. Yes, we had one or two other chances. We didn't create a lot tonight, did we, for all the play that we had? But ultimately we've got the job done. It was a professional job overall, wasn't it? We got a clean sheet. We scored 4 goals. Got to be happy with that. And we played some nice football at times without necessarily creating, I say, lots of chances. But there you go. Mr. Big P says, I swear if we lose to Aston Villa in a Conti semis, I'll flip. Yeah, I mean, I think we all will. I think Jonas's Arsenal career rests on that game now. We have to win, don't we? We have to be in that final. Lucky's with us. Well, yeah, we wasn't lucky tonight, was we? We deserved to win. What's our chances for the league? Well, not great, if we're totally honest. But who knows? Let's see what happens on Friday. Man City against Chelsea. Let's see where that game goes. A draw would help us out. We have to win our games and see. But yeah, not very likely. We have to beat Man United, of course, first as well. Roger says, I sense we're going to do the same against United as we did against Chelsea. Yeah, we do seem to raise our game against the bigger teams, don't we? But yeah, let's see. I hope so. But we got the job done tonight. Yes, it wasn't great game to watch, was it? It was quite slow. It was one-way traffic, almost like a training game, as we mentioned before. That's what it was like tonight. But we've got the job done. We're through to the semi-final. That was all that matters. And yes, I think our confidence at the moment is a little bit fragile, isn't it? Following those 2 defeats in a row that we suffered against West Ham and Man City. So we've got to win tonight, and hopefully that will give us a little bit more confidence going into the game at the weekend on Saturday. A big game, of course, at the Emirates against Manchester United. Let's hope so anyway. So yeah, good stuff. We got it. We got the job done, didn't we? So it's nice for Chloe Lacasse to get a couple of goals as well. And I thought Stina played well, although she didn't score. She had a part to play in 3 of the goals. So well played to her. And well played to everyone. They all played well tonight without being outstanding. It wasn't a fantastic performance, but yeah, it's job done, isn't it? And job done is all we can hope for, really. So yeah, well played tonight, the Arsenal win. We are through to the semi-final of the Continental Cup with a 4-0 victory, which is great, isn't it? And let's hope that we can push on from here, and yeah, we can start a good finish to the season. I say we have still got the Continental Cup to try and win again. We won it last year. We need to win it again. And as a minimum now, bare minimum, we have to win it. And of course, at least finish in the top 3, if not even higher, but we'll see. So yeah, that's that then tonight. Thank you for joining me this Valentine's Day. I know you've probably got better things you could be doing with your Valentine's evening, but thank you for your company tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you for all your comments as well. Some great comments tonight, actually, really, really good. So thank you for all of that indeed. We'll be back on Friday with the Arsenal Women's Show, 7:30, where we're going to look back on that Manchester City defeat. We're going to look at this game as well, look ahead to Man United, and we are going to talk about Jonas's future. Does he have much of a future at Arsenal? We're going to talk about that on Friday, 7:30. So join us for that. And of course, Saturday lunchtime, we'll be here for the big one. Manchester United are visiting the Emirates. So we are going to obviously bring you coverage of that. We'll be at 12:15. We'll bring you the team news, and we'll go for a little bit of build-up. And of course, full match commentary as always on Saturday evening, 7:30. We've got a show on the men's team. Look back on the Burnley game. We've got our favourite guests on. Lee and Neil are coming on to join us for that one. So join us at 7:30 on Saturday for that one. And of course, next week, there'll be some great stuff coming up as well. I don't think there's a midweek game next week, is there? So we might have a midweek off. We'll probably put something else on for you. So yeah, some good stuff going on, I'm sure. Terry says, if anyone's a carp fisherman, Dartford Lake is just behind the ground. A bit of useless information for you. Well, the Dartford Lake was on the pitch last week, wasn't it, when the game got called off? Lossie with us there. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm very well. How are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Greg says, never anything better to do when we're playing. Well, that is true, actually. That is a fair point. There is nothing better to do when Arsenal are playing. Lucky says, we either win on Friday, it's between them, then deal done for us, I reckon. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if Man City win. I think if Chelsea win, then I think Chelsea win the league. If they win on Friday, it's their league then, isn't it? I think if Man City win, it kind of keeps us in it, but we would then have to go and beat Chelsea, and we'd then have to go and beat Man City, wouldn't we? And then we'd see where we are. But yeah, let's see what happens Friday. But yeah, if anyone's going to win, it needs to be City or a draw, and will keeps us ticking in there. Terry says, well done, Richard, and all in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go. Indeed, you give us a like. Tal says, thank Chris. No, thank you guys as well for watching. Lucky says, surely from today's performance, Lacasse starts against United, because last time out, yeah, she was key for the draw. She was. She came on and got that great goal, didn't she? Be interesting, wouldn't it? It's going to, the team on Saturday is going to be interesting, isn't it? Lucky says, thanks for the season. And yeah, see you soon. I'll be back. I'll say Friday for the show, and for the women's show, and of course Saturday for the game. Yeah, the team lineup for Saturday is going to be interesting, isn't it? You know, as Chloe played herself into the team, as Stina played herself into the team. You know, what's going to be the defence? Will Leah Williamson start? You'd imagine she probably will. So that's another one there. Is Manu going to keep her place in goal? Who Sabrina played last week? We've got a lot of options. In the midfield, is Kim Little going to play again? Will Kyra Cooney Cross come in to start? It's you know, there's a lot of options, isn't there? And I think Saturday's team is going to be interesting. Will he go with the team that started against Man City last week and lost, the team that lost against West Ham the week before, or will he make some changes? Play some of these cup players who have done well. Different opposition, of course, it's a lot harder, isn't it? So there you go. Greg says there, thankfully you still got time to take your wife to a restaurant. Well, I don't know about that. It's 9 o'clock, maybe a bit late now to get a booking, but it's fine. But no, thank you to all you guys for watching. I'll be back Friday with the Arsenal show, Arsenal Women's show, of course, at 7:30. Join me for that. That is going to be great. And then, of course, Saturday, Man United. Ooh. Is that make or break for Jonas? I think the fact we've won tonight, we're in a cup semi-final, probably keeps him safe for the time being. I think if we lose to Man United, the pressure's really on. And then literally we'll have to beat Aston Villa in that semi-final. And of course, the final will be against Man City or Chelsea, won't it? So that won't be easy either. But yeah, we have to win on Saturday. We have to beat Aston Villa and keep going. And let's hope that we can end the season, you know, where we hope we can be. We can still win the league. Let's see. Raja says there, thanks all United, you are next. Yeah, well, they are next. Well, let's hope it's a similar result. Although I can't see us beating them quite as comfortably. But we'll see. Of course, they did beat us at the Emirates last season, so we've got some revenge in the air for that one as well. But yeah, join us, but it's going to be good. So yeah, I'll see you Friday. Thank you for watching. Terry says, if we don't beat Man U, our season's over. Arteta definitely out. And Jonas hanging by a thread. Well, I say we need to beat Aston Villa in the semi-final, don't we? Greg says, my missus can come out of her room now. Well, maybe keep her in there. It's up to you. It's an option, isn't it? But no, I mean, I don't think the season's over if we lose to Man U. I don't think that's it. We've still got this cup. And yes, is that enough on its own? No. Is that enough if we finish third and the Continental Cup again? No. But we're still in the cup, aren't we? And we saw how much we enjoyed that last season. We can do it again. Let's try and do it again. And yeah, winning a trophy 2 seasons out of 3 for Jonas. Actually, yes, okay, it's the least important competition of the 3, or the 4, sorry. But you know, winning a trophy 2 seasons in a row is not a bad effort in your first 3 seasons when you think how close he was to winning a WSL in the first season. So, you know, and an FA Cup final with that season as well. Maybe we're a little bit too critical of him. I don't know. Yes, the performances don't seem to match the quality of the players that we've got, and that is an issue, and it's definitely something that needs to improve. Let's see where we are in May. Let's see where this season's taken us. Let's see where we end up in the league. Let's see if we win the Continental Cup again. Let's see where we are at the end of the season, and then I think then decisions will be made either way. Greg says we won't lose to Man U. Well, I hope you're right. We'll see, won't we? But we'll talk about it obviously on Friday as well. We'll get our predictions in on Friday night show for the Manchester United game. So join us for that. Terry says after that display, I don't think Villa will be shaking in their boots. I'd feel confident if I was Villa. The game's at Meadow Park, though, isn't it? We're a different proposition at Meadow Park. I know we lost against Man City at the weekend, but you know we're strong at Meadow Park. And yes, Aston Villa did win their last game of the season, but we know the circumstances around that. we should beat Aston Villa at home, let's be honest. But no, I agree. I wouldn't say that it's guaranteed that we will. We're going to have to play well. We're going to have to play better than we have been. But let's see. I mean, I think we can do it. But let's beat Man United first, and then we can worry about Villa, can't we, later on. So, yeah, anyway, join us Friday at 7:30 because we've got a lot to talk about. It's going to be great. So join us for that. I'm sure you will. And, of course, on Saturday, that game is going to be massive now, isn't it? We have to win. We have to win. Nothing less than a victory on Saturday after lunchtime against Man United. Good enough. Nothing less than a victory. But we got the job done tonight. We expected to comfortable victory in the end. London City 0, Arsenal 4. Yeah, not the greatest performance, but we dominated the game. We scored 4 good goals. Could have had 1 or 2 more. And yeah, it's always nice to win, isn't it? And get a few goals. Happy with that. Good night. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to give us a like before you go. I will see you Friday on the women's show. And of course, Saturday for the game. Come on, you Gunners. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, guys. We'll see you soon. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.